Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Sports remind us what's possible when we believe in each other. When teamwork and trust matter just as much as talent. On and off the field or court, we're stronger when we work together. That's why at UBT, your money has people who have your back. From financial coaching and goal setting to home loans and business support. Success happens when you've got the right team, and you'll find yours at UBT. Union Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Coming at you live from the heart of downtown Lincoln. This is Old School with Foreman and Orman. Old School with Foreman and Orman is sponsored by Graham Tire Company of Lincoln, Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Here's Troy Detmer dropping straight back in the pocket. Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score! Foreman got it, and it's touchdown Huskers.
Black Shirts answer the call one more time.
And Austin Orman. Hour one of Old School is sponsored by Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That's right. Welcome to it. Another week of Old School 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. With you, as always, Austin Orman and Husker Hall of Famer Jay Foreman. With you from 3 to 6 here at weekdays, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Appreciate you dialing up the show here on a Monday. Hope you'll be there with us. All 3 hours of the show take you through the end of your workday and your drive home. A hot, muggy Monday here in the capital city. Temperatures nearing 100, and that's just the temperature, let alone the real feel. So stay warm, or stay cool, I should say. Stay safe. Stay inside if you can. Fire up 93.7 The Ticket. Get your favorite cold beverage, whether that's ice water or something a little more crisp. Would love to hear from you as well throughout the course of the show. 402-464-5685, the number to our Sartor Heyman Jewelers text line. As always, it is up and open for you. Eric, appreciate you chiming in as always. We will bring Jay in here in just a second. Do want to let you know about the good folks over at Graham Tire. It is their anniversary sale going on now. Graham Tire Company celebrating 75 years of serving its neighbors throughout the Midwest. And to say thank you, they're giving you a $75 instant rebate on a set of 4 select tires during their anniversary sale event. You can stack even more savings with big mail-in rebates on select tires from Goodyear and Cooper when you use your Goodyear credit card. And remember, all tires are on sale right now, making this the perfect time to upgrade for your summer travels. Hurry in today. Graham Tire, your tire store next door. Again, with 4 Lincoln locations. I will be there later this week. Again, if you stop by Graham Tire, get your oil change, alignment, anything done, shoot us a picture. We'll have some ticket merch to hook you up with. With that, let's bring in the Husker Hall of Famer, the NFL vet. It is Jay Foreman. What's up, Eden Prairie's finest?
Yeah, I'm Eden Prairie before I'm the NFL vet, man. That's you know what I'm saying? The NFL vet, that is used very loosely. That is former Husker, former NFL player. But I'm all good.
But you're a vet. You lasted. You got second contract.
Oh, yeah, I got second, third, and fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ever get this hot up in Eden Prairie?
Get what?
This hot?
It gets as humid though, but I don't think it gets over 100 because today's over 100, right?
Is it officially? My watch was telling me 97.
Okay, 97.
But like, what's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference? It's straight oven hot. It probably, you know what? It gets over 100 up there, but not like the intensity is here because ain't nothing around here.
True.
So, but no, I think once you're hot, once you hit the threshold of hot, it's just like being cold. Now, granted, if it's like 60 below zero with wind chill versus right at like negative like 3 or 4, there is a difference. But when you're in the summer, it's you just hot. Period. And it's humid. It's thick out there, boy.
Soupy.
Yeah.
They same old soup, just reheated, except this might be new soup. Who's to say?
This is just reheat. This is just soup that ain't never had to go cold. You know the thing about the thing about days like today, since it's football season, these are the days that you can't hide.
No.
You can't hide. These are the days that I would, if I was put, I guess controlling or a head coach of a team or a weight coach or a position coach, this is when I'm going to challenge you the most. These are the times that like you have to trick yourself and lie to yourself. Your body, you're going to instantly feel your body. I guess I call it compromise or kind of, be taxed a little bit. This is where you got to train yourself and say, you know what, this is the sixth play and we got to stop, Ohio State from scoring. This is, it could be this hot out in Oregon, maybe not this humid, but we got to stop them and they're trying to go tempo and it's a 8-play drive and we got to close out the half or whatever it is. This is how you got to train. This is also going to allow you to, if you're a high school coach, college coach, and pros, they're training right now. They're getting ready for camp actually, but this is where you want to test yourself mentally. And, if I was out there doing a walkthrough, this is where I'm going to probably crank up the intensity. This is Mother Nature creating an environment that I didn't have to like manufacture myself to get you into a game like moment. And I can see how you react. Doesn't mean if you don't react perfectly right now. Now, granted, we're in July. I need you in September. But ultimately, the more times you get in that situation, the more comfortable you get in this type of environment.
Ward Manuel got pretty comfortable in some sort of situation down there in Michigan.
Is he?
Well,
is that a brother?
I'll leave that to you. I feel like that's not exactly my place to
I
say.
have to do the K and Pelly. You know what K and Pelly did his thing, and oh, he's 50%, he's 10%. Yeah, he's some percent. But listen, I think, and I hate it, and I'll say this. I generally hate Michigan and the majority of their players. Not hate, but just dislike
sports,
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just because I think they're elitist, they think they're elitist and they can do whatever they want. But, for him, I hate it for him because he was playing the company game and playing it right. And he was playing his role that everybody needed him. He morphed into that role and it was fine. Then when things didn't go right, and, maybe he overspent for the private investigator and thought that, really that $11 million, they thought they were going to get off clean. They did not.
Nope.
So now he's on the chopping block. Now, maybe he needed to be gone anyways, but now he's the only one.
Yeah.
Because if he knew about it and the big thing is he told him not to travel together. Everybody else knew about it. Everybody else knew about it. Now, granted, when you're the athletic director, now you obviously are held accountable.
Extra accountable. But were you operating under the guidelines and encouragement of the bigger leadership, indirectly or directly? Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they came out and said it. If they gave you a nod, wink, wink, make it go away best way possible, you do, it pops back up because things didn't go right your way. That means everybody's way. For him, he probably, feels a little, or will when it, at the end of the calendar year.
Yeah, done December 31st, 2026.
Well, it works out for him.
Yeah.
And he'll just be in a transition anyways. And he probably won't be. I mean, he'll try to find out what he's going to do next. When you're in those positions, it's a political position and you're doing for the party line. And I don't do politics, but that's what it is. So what are you going to do next? It's like, I'm sure, can you consult? I doubt you're going to probably get picked up again right away as an athletic director.
No.
So you have to try to reinvent yourself. And so in his position, that's what, kind of what you're getting paid for. But then also you got to weigh that cost of doing business.
It's the joke I saw on Twitter that is actually surprisingly accurate. It's that scene from the last Batman movie, the Nolan trilogy. They expect one of us in the wreckage.
Yeah.
It's kind of what Michigan was doing. Talk about top leadership, right? Bain, top of the organization, tells one of his soldiers, hey, sorry, you're left behind. And Ward Manuel, there for a time was a pretty darn respected voice, former Michigan football player.
Very.
It did some good stuff at UConn, came to Michigan and helped pilot them through quite a bit. But then I think to your point, Jay, as many missteps or misgivings as he might have had, he couldn't have been the only one. Yeah. And given that they're letting him stay on through the end of the year, not immediately terminating him, he wasn't suspended or anything, that to me is that tacit admission of, hey, we know you just did as you were told. Thanks for being a good soldier. The public expects a pound of flesh for $12 million. We can't have nothing happen. You know how this looks, right? But we know that all you did was what you were asked, so we'll try to help hook you up down the line.
Yeah, and time kind of heals everything, and as we kind of sometimes know, but I just hate for him, it's just a different time for him, and his name is on every news outlet or whatever you want to call it right now,
Mm-hmm.
and that's part of what you get paid for, right? And so it's a tough situation for him, but I think it's probably just, I would say, right? I would probably say I feel comfortable that it was
Mm-hmm.
rightfully so. You just wonder if there was another way that you could have, or kind of got to that answer. And it was a matter of time. When the story first broke, we were laughing about it. It was like it's either going to be Friday or Monday, and here we are on Monday and hearing about it. And it's just one of those situations you'll never know all the ins and outs of it, because I'm sure there's going to be a heavy NDA on both parts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then that'll come with the paycheck for him. And so it's just one of those things that when you go all in for a championship, and this is what I always joke about with obviously former teammates, but then also like if I talk to fans, it's like, yeah, you're if you really want to win, do you if you I guess are looking at Michigan or chasing Michigan, do you understand what that entails? Are you willing to pay that price? And some people are, some people aren't. I just think
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have to pay it like Michigan did, I think, where you're doing everything like selling your soul for it, but also just in just the win period. It's a different mindset, and it will be uncomfortable because you have to unearth some things that have been going on for a while, and that's what Jim Harbaugh and company did, and he was right in there with it.
Mm-hmm. You either got to learn some things about yourself or figure out that it's not in you. And I think that's a really good point, is that it doesn't seem like a lot of this was going on early in the tenure. Maybe COVID was a bit of a transition, right? The hot seat started getting a little warmer, pressure started cranking up, and then whoever it was on staff, we know all sorts of names that we can go over for football, let alone for men's basketball, which may or may not have had its own issues and plenty of other successful programs, was what's the price we're willing to pay? Because I think you're right, Jay, is that in any successful winning organization, you probably weren't that all the time. You had to get there somewhere. And I'm sure that in every athletic department in the country, there is some form of winning DNA, or there's some changes that can be made to, propagate winning at a higher level. And for the Nebraska aspect of that, I asked the question, Starter Heyman Jewelers text line, let us know, would you take Michigan's level of success if it came with Michigan's level of scandal? It doesn't necessarily have to rise to that degree between the Stallions thing and the pictures and whatever else was going on or not going on. But I think you're spot on. It's going to be uncomfortable for people in that athletic department, for those coaches, as they rediscover what it means to win, especially in football.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's. I guess I'm trying to figure out who we can compare it that you don't have to be so egregious with your cheating, right? When you're just essentially just, a cluster, what, from athletic directors, assistant coach. I just would think like,
what about like Clemson and Dabo? Okay,
yeah.
Program when he took over, they weren't great.
Oh,
elevated,
yeah,
climbed. He liked to. I mean, he was more than happy to tell you he's doing things the right way.
Yeah, and then he had to face reality, and now he's playing catch up, right?
Yeah.
You could do Mark Richt into Kirby, because that's
Sure.
a drastic change.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark Richt had a ton of success. I mean, you got to think it's a totally different. Now, granted, he has some health issues, but he was up 28-0 on Bama in the SEC championship. That's a national championship type of team. You had multiple first round picks there. Kirby comes in, and it's like a culture shock. It's a different personality. It's a different intensity. It's better. It's obviously more results. Now you see where Georgia's at year in and year out. Are you willing to deal with it? And it's not just the fans now.
No.
Because the fans they just come on Saturdays and whenever they can see the team. It's everybody in the building.
Yeah.
Because
the Nick Saban thing, janitor on up, right? Recruiting.
Right.
Everybody is all in. It's the lifeblood.
But it's a standard, and it's not like, I think a lot of times, you got to work 20 hours and sleep 4. And you won't even, if you work 20 hours, you ain't sleeping 4, you're sleeping 2 and right back at it. It's not that. It's football. Okay, the knowns are your family and whatever your faith is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether you have any or you don't. That's obviously the top.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it's football. So the faith and the family aren't in the equation because their equation's already set.
Yeah.
So the 100% that we're talking about, what it takes to win, is football.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day. Everything you do it's about thinking about winning. It doesn't even matter if I was on O Street, how late do I stay out? And the crazy things that go through your mind when it comes to winning. Excuse me. You have to have it, and it makes people uncomfortable. It's not cool either, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, because I just talked about on a day like today, I know exactly what we were doing. If we were supposed to be running in the morning, we'd be running right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because
after having run in the morning.
Or this would be our main group, right? And this is where
Gotcha.
we'd be out there, and you have to be able to have patience and persistence in this type of pressure. It's hot. It's not fun. It's not cool to be out there sweaty, and going the extra mile and doing all the extra stuff. It's not cool when everybody that you say you went to high school with some guys and you're here at Nebraska playing, and they're going out to the lake or whatever, but you can't because you got to have your legs right for their workout tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. That's not cool.
No.
Now you have to be able to face that blowback by yourself for the betterment of the team.
Mm.
And it's not sometimes, it's all the time. It's every single day. It's like this. It's like, so when we win the national championship, I feel, I'm up here like when we win. I just said that and just like, dang, Jay, people would be happy with a conference championship. That was just like, whatever. Well,
Mm-hmm.
You get a certain amount of break, right? And you could probably miss the first day of school or something like that. Do you come back Saturday night, Sunday morning, or do you push it? Because if you don't have it in the back of your mind that Austin Orman is in that gym training to try to get my job, or Austin Orman that is at North Carolina State or Duke that's training,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It's a shock to you when you walk into the NFL locker room and I see, and I don't know if you follow Duke football, is my man Dollar Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Glanville. I call him Dollar Bill. We played together. Yo, my man is built like the Incredible Hulk. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
That's my competition. Never heard of him before. So that's what winning takes. You have to be able to imagine what it's like losing, so you don't even worry about what people think.
Mm.
And that's what Michigan did, because they were tired of getting beat by Ohio State. So they were willing at that snapshot to do what they needed to do, had him be the henchman, and Harbaugh was there. Well, Harbaugh's always looking around. You got what you want. Now you don't even. Now you're not even celebrated.
Yeah.
And so this is the last little fallout. It's like the last mafia boss that got goes to prison. And Connor Stallions was the hitman that kind of told on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of programs have decisions to make. It's no different in the NFL. Say it all the time. There's 8 franchises year in and year out that generally want to win. There's a couple that are kind of tiptoeing back and forth, and then there's always 2 that goes on a year 2 run.
Always.
Mm-hmm. And then the same ones are kind of,
Mm-hmm.
Sweatshirts and suits.
Yeah. Couple other examples that came to mind for me in college football, and maybe slightly more accurate just in terms of recruiting base and setup right now. I'm going to go to the Big Ten. For Nebraska, is it more of a Bill O'Brien to James Franklin jump, or is it more of a post-Nick Saban find Mark D'Antonio jump? Because Michigan State was really kind of wandering in the wilderness. 8-5, 5-7, 5-6, 4-8 before D'Antonio got there. Then 7-6, 9-4, 6-7 before he rattled off double-digit wins in, what would that be, 5 out of the next 6 years and 6 out of the next 8 years. Maybe it's that. Or, I think those are the 2 other comparisons that I might bring up in terms of, okay, it's going to get uncomfortable, but it needs to be the right kind of uncomfortable, right? You don't have to make your fans, wash your hands or, watch through their eyes because, what's coming next for this program. you can do things, quote unquote, the right way and still change the mindset to exactly what you're talking about without having to go through, well, everything in Ann Arbor.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you look at there's plenty of teams of examples in the Big Ten that have had a great run. Wisconsin before Luke Fickell got there consistently, and then they've had a couple big victories. You could look at Iowa. You could look at all the teams that have done it. It's not easy. And there's I guess a right way of doing it. It's just to change the mentality and have that standard that, like, when you come here and you're getting paid, and that's fine. But when you step in that building, you are mine. And it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and you can do that because the one thing that will never change about athletes, okay? And I can, if you have other people in other fields, I can only speak about athletes in all sports. Only one thing I know about athletes, they will adapt to their situation and make the most out of it. And then eventually, if it's for the right reasons, it will become them and they will become it. You get what I'm saying? Now, the problem lies in, which you don't have here in Nebraska, but then with the teams that are successful that have it. But the opposite is this, and we've seen it when you hear, the coach was toxic or something like that, is athletes are trying to adapt to the environment. There is no clarity.
No.
And then everybody's taking score, but how you're treating players isn't good. Right? So then that's where you have guys kind of, I guess, treading water, and you see the head bob up a little bit, and then you think you almost find it in there because the leadership isn't there with the clarity. But ultimately, you put the athletes in a pressure cooker, right? Okay. They will adapt to it, and they will adapt together. I will pull you, you will pull me up. We will do this together. It's that will never change. So being scared or worried about an athlete's feelings within reason isn't there. It won't ever it shouldn't get in your way.
How much of that, I mean, especially for whether it's transfers or players that are new to the program, how much of that pressure cooker, or to use the old idiom, the frog in the kettle, do you just dump the freshmen and the transfers into the boiling pot and say, hey, meet our standard? Or is there some ramp up process, for them to come along until they can reach that boiling temperature?
Well, that's what the early enrollee is supposed to do. Ability. Sure. Now, if you aren't able to, like me, I was playing basketball, so even in this age, I wouldn't have been able to. I mean, I guess I could not play my senior, but I love basketball. That's what being able to be an early enrollee should do, kind of get you acclimated.
Yeah.
But what we had was, when we were freshmen, we had like 3 days of kind of getting it together. Now, but then ultimately, when practice starts, you got to get in there and get busy. It's no different than in high school. You have sophomores that probably be on JV, and you're going against varsity guys that are maybe all conference or all city or whatever it is. You got to just find out. You got to fake it till you make it. It's a freshman playing varsity. It's a true freshman coming in playing as a freshman. It's Dylan Raiola coming in. You got to, you're not mature enough as a 22-year-old. Heck, they had 24, 25 years old. Those are guys that are 7 years older than you in the locker room. So you have
and you're supposed to lead them, by the way, true freshman quarterback.
Right. You're supposed to lead them by your actions, not by your words. Now, that's a whole different segment that we can get into. But ultimately, you have to be able to, like, fake it till you make it and learn how to be a part of it. It's no different than, here's an example. So when I was growing up in Frederick, Maryland, D.C. area, like, when I was young and it was like Christmas or Thanksgiving, they would start, the grown folks would start talking about stuff, right? Well, when I was young enough, or when I was too young, I'm downstairs. They go downstairs, right? But when you became of age, or they thought you were mature enough, you could sit not at the table, around the couch, right?
Yeah.
But that don't mean you say anything.
Right.
That means you're doing a lot of listening, a lot of watching, and a lot of, figuring out. And then you start to ramp up. But then as you get a little bit older and kind of your place goes up, then you step up. That's what it is. But sure, I'd like for this environment where they all are down in the South locker room. I'm trying to figure it out. South locker room.
Directions.
Yeah. Hang out down there. Now, granted, that's not like what we were in the North. I want you to earn it to come down here. There should be a sense of de-starring, not degrading.
Yeah.
De-starring. Hey, great job at Lincoln Lutheran. That's phenomenal. I enjoyed coming to watch you, Austin. You were great. But
that's 42 blocks away.
You're 42 blocks away. Time has changed. Now you have to reprove yourself. We're going to give you every single chance. So it's not degrading and stuff like that. I think if you can create somewhat of an environment like that in this day and time, it is sellable because it will work.
It has worked.
It has worked.
Football is football.
It has stood the test of time.
Mm-hmm.
It will work. It will be uncomfortable. There will be times that you feel like, hey, did I, go a little too hard on Austin or whatever it is? Yeah, but you know what? They'll show back up. Because I'm going to tell you like this. Trey Taylor, probably not as much, but because he plays quarterback. Every player that's going to come in here, if you played sports, if you played football, will contemplate, is this for me? If the environment is right. That's a good thing. That's a great thing. You should contemplate it. Right? But then you show up every day. You show up every single day. Then you finally get a win or a break even. Then you figure that you belong, and then you got work to do.
Well, then at some point you probably realize you can't live without it to some degree.
Right. Sure, it's emotional. You get your bucket. For a lot of these kids coming in as freshmen, when they get into two-day, this should be the first time they get their ass kicked. It should be, because if you got your ass kicked in high school, you shouldn't be here.
Right.
You right? So this is gonna be the first time you get your ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I got took on the freeway ride of hell by Brendan Stye. Then it was Zach Wiegert. Then here it's straight up. They was like
taking turns with the freshmen.
Yeah, I don't even want to say what they thought I was, but Brendan Stye got me. Then they dapped up, and I'm like, dang, And look, I wasn't nearly big or strong enough to handle it, but I tried, and he was boom, right
out the club.
Yeah, and then they, next thing you know, Zach on me, right, and they didn't hold back. Then you got this is all like in one series. Then here come Corey Schlesinger, and you can't back down. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, that long walk after a hot day like that, practice like today, back to Harper Schramm Smith where we were staying during 2 days. I'm gonna tell you what, if I had a Chevy Celebrity, we used to call it Brown Baby. If I had that car, then I can promise you, I would have hit 80 to 35 W like that in that time and moment. Now I might have turned around to Omaha and stuff, but probably ran out of gas and all the other stuff. But yeah, it's the price of winning is tough, man, but it's worth it. I don't ever think about the headaches or the 2-a-days or anything like it wasn't worth it. It's definitely worth it.
Brad Baldwin said, yeah, a little scandal for a championship would be worth it. Brad says at least Michigan is trying.
You know what, Brad, I can respect that. Hey, look, you need guys with a little bit of edge. Depends on how much edge are you willing to deal with.
Right.
Now, I think I could find different things to do in order to get the same results. Mm-hmm. I always thought Michigan's team was so good you didn't have to go around videotaping people. But I see the desperation when Ohio State is walking the dog on you constantly. Mm-hmm. Heck, Nebraska even did up until they somehow knew, all 11 guys knew that they were going to run a screen pass. But sure. But if you stand on that, Mr. Brad from Baldwin, then you have to be willing to deal with what's on the other side.
Make sure you hire a really good crisis communications expert.
I just don't know I just think you can get to that place. I think you can. And other people have.
Yeah. Without it.
Mm-hmm. Michigan just did it the Michigan way. Look, when they split the national championship, they were not even close. They shouldn't have. But the Big Ten pulled some strings for them because of Penn State getting, left behind.
Because Penn State also lost fair and square in 94.
And then, then now they get another national championship. They have two national championships nobody gave them credit for.
So essentially they have two half national championships, which means they have one national championship.
They don't have any.
Even better.
And when you think of 97, you don't think of Michigan. When you think of Michigan's just national championship, you think of what? Scandal. Connor Stallions.
Mm-hmm.
And not even Jim Harbaugh.
No.
Who doesn't wash his hands after you go to bed?
Man,
we got Big Ten next week.
We're there. We're on the ground already this time next week.
Really?
Yeah. We're doing the show from Chicago this time next week.
Serious?
Yeah.
Man, I swear y'all don't. We got to go break, man. I swear to God, man. Your brother don't get no type of schedule.
Jay's got to
Brad, come save me. Brad, I'm paging you.
402-464-5685. We'll talk some more college football headlines next.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your line just went down. Production stopped. A supervisor wants answers. And someone's digging through a binder for the maintenance history. Every one of those minutes costs money. And most of the time, that breakdown could have been prevented. That's where MaintainX comes in. MaintainX catches the failure before it happens. Preventive maintenance plans on every key asset to improve reliability. Work orders assigned and tracked right from your phone. Everyone from the floor to the front office is in the loop. Real-time dashboards give managers instant visibility into what's been completed, what's overdue, and where the bottlenecks are. No more guesswork. Just a smarter, faster maintenance operation. Companies on MaintainX have cut unplanned downtime by over 30% and saved thousands on parts and labor every year. See what it can do for your operation. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Hey, Jake, you know what I love almost as much as the Big Red?
Big scores on the field?
Good guess, but nope.
Big spikes on the court?
Love those too, but I'm thinking food. Like those big, budget-friendly portions you find at Buzzard Billy's.
Now you're talking. I love Buzzard Billy's. I love the shrimp po' boys and the blackened chicken.
You almost always find me enjoying gumbo.
Big plays, big scores, big wins, Big Red. Yep, love them all, especially
those big portions that are budget-friendly. Only at Buzzard Billy's, A-Market.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
And electrical.
Planet Fitness has everything you need from warm-up to wind-down, so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to bring a friend anytime, access any of our 2,800-plus clubs, or reset and recover in the Black Card Spa, we're ready to fuel your momentum, and then some. Enjoy all the perks with the Planet Fitness Black Card. Join the club today for $1 down, $24.99 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends June 12th.
See club for details.
Sports remind us what's possible when we believe in each other. When teamwork and trust matter just as much as talent. On and off the field or court, we're stronger when we work together. That's why at UBT, your money has people who have your back. From financial coaching and goal setting to home loans and business support. Success happens when you've got the right team, and you'll find yours at UBT. Union Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white truck, you know the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built upon hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with room for advancement.
Back to Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rolling right along through Old School. Don't forget, Graham Tires having its anniversary sale going on right now. Go in store, all tires on sale. We'll send you to any of their 4 Lincoln locations. You can check that out. Austin Norman, Jay Foreman with you. Big thanks to Bada Bing checking in on YouTube as well. He says, I went to Ann Arbor a few years back and talked to all the Michigan fans about it. They were all in agreement that Nebraska would have beat Michigan, I think by double digits at least. Also, the Big House didn't seem to be as glorious as I've always heard.
The Big House is. I played in a stadium in high school playoffs. It was a prison there, and then there was a football field there. I'll never forget this. That's what it was. It was like it was under. It was down underneath,
Mm-hmm.
and then realistically, to me, it wasn't even that loud. Now it's a big
house
piece of land and stuff like that, but it wasn't. I wasn't impressed with it at all.
I've heard the same thing about Beaver Stadium for Penn State.
Yeah, I haven't been there. I was impressed with Ohio State Stadium. It's like a big old cathedral.
Mm-hmm.
I just wasn't impressed with the stadium and the atmosphere. And it was, I think, was it Denard Robinson? Wasn't he number 98?
Yeah, or is that? Yeah, I think it was Robinson.
Yeah,
or was it Devin Gardner the next one?
Maybe it was Gardner. I forget. I know Amir was still on the team. I think Amir was young, so I wasn't impressed. But ultimately, they did what they had to do.
Eric says Jay's just out here snitching on Jim Harbaugh. It's not the first time we've told that story about Jim Harbaugh.
I told us. I was just
Harbaugh keeps it moving.
Yeah,
can't imagine. Couldn't be me. Speaking of keep it moving. The Protect College Sports Act is still moving through the revision process. Some interesting information from Pete Thamel today. His sources told him the latest discussions about the most scrutinized section, the realignment restrictions, has a new focus. How about this, Jay? The discussion centers around leagues being capped at 19 programs. The Big Ten has 18. The SEC has 16.
Mm-hmm.
19 is a really odd number.
Yeah.
Literally an odd number, but a weird number. Not clean, not even. But how convenient for, I don't know, Notre Dame. And I don't know, how convenient for like Miami and Florida State and Clemson.
Yeah.
19, I wonder whoever could have come up with that number for those two conferences.
We're saving this spot. We've always kept these spots for you guys.
Seats warm.
And there's also, they like the 19 to kind of handcuff the Big Ten too.
Yeah.
But if the Big Ten somehow gets Notre Dame, which I doubt will ever happen, the Big Ten wins anyways.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're trying to, come to something. I mean, it's all posturing right now. And so Clemson, Florida State, and Miami, they might be better off in the SEC. I think they would actually hurt those three more than like when Texas A&M went over there in Oklahoma. Number one, Clemson, Florida State, and Miami. Like financially, I don't think can compete. Miami can, but essentially as long as they're winning. So this is like new money to Miami, right?
Gotcha.
The facilities are way behind. I mean, I was just down there, a year or so ago. They're adding to it now, so they got more money for the portal. Clemson's never been a player in the portal. They don't have that type of money. And Florida State, they can't, right? And they're saving money to do so. So, that's why. If it was up to me, I would say they need to try to find a way in the Big Ten. It's not going to happen, but they would be more financially stable there. They would just be, what the analogy is? This, and there's a high school coach around here where they go recruit players so they don't have to play against them. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
We'll get Miami and them out there so we don't have to really worry about them. Kind of like, come in and we poison you, and then, we add 19. See, we got 19 teams, but they're getting beat up on.
That happened a lot in college baseball, too. SEC teams would just stack their rosters with a bunch of dudes that were too good for high school, not good enough to get drafted, or didn't get the money they wanted, just so other schools wouldn't get them.
Yeah, I mean that's just the dirty part of the business. Hate it happens in high school, but it's just people make their own decisions and play dirty ball. But look, man, protect college sports. I mean that is the funniest things ever. The whole Protect College Sports Act.
Got to make it sound good.
Yeah, it needs to be sellable. You need to go back and push reset on everything and then start over. That would be the Reset College Sports Act. How about that?
There you go. I like that.
Because you guys are just protecting your interests. That's what you're doing in your pockets. And so you want control back in college sports because there's been a lack of control, especially from the athlete standpoint, not being able for them not to stop them getting paid. So they want to get control back.
The other interesting thing that Thamel tweeted out, for a team to leave a power conference to join another, they'd have to play for 5 years as an independent. And in this model, the group of 6 schools would be allowed to move up conferences.
Why? What? I mean, it's like, is there a version of alimony?
I guess.
Right?
I guess.
Yeah. Okay, you left me, so now you got to go. What? You got to go be single and go on like Love Island for 5 seasons or something? I mean, that's like torture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you're independent, there's not many teams you could play, so you're not going to be ranked. So
well, here's the way around that potentially is you play your non-con and then just get your future conference to help foot the bill. Hey, we'll have you in 5 years, so we'll feed you 6 games a year. Go find maybe 6 on your own.
Yeah, maybe. But what if college football changes again? Now you're locked into another conference that you don't want to go to. You would want, if you have to be out there in the abyss for 5 years, you probably want to play at least 2.5 seasons, 3 seasons on your own, so you can see and evaluate everybody else because they could recruit over you.
They will.
So an example is this: say I just finished my freshman year, right, at Eden Prairie High School, the home of the Eagles, going to be state champs again.
Don't lose to Minnetonka again.
And then I was, hey, chill out now. Chill out.
I know it wasn't you.
Yeah, it still stings though. And say I played safety and had 4 interceptions, and then I commit to Duke, right? And you're paying me a little bit, either obviously under the table, we're taking plenty of trips to McDonald's.
Which would be the first time that's ever happened in Duke history, so it feels special.
Grant Hill and them were eating crab legs in college and steak. I know that for a fact. But and he accidentally admitted it. But then, so I'm committed to you. You got me on the hook financially, and then I'm ready to go. And the next thing you know, you get the number 1 transfer portal safety. You get the number 1 safety in a class or 2 ahead of me, or that's older than me. And then I show up and be like, oh, where's my spot? They were like, oh, well, you're over there. And you know what? How about playing wide receiver? You know what I'm saying? So,
well, you're not going to make me block, right, Coach?
I would have blocked a little bit. I would have. But I ain't doing all that stuff, rolling around on the ground. Like Abdul Muhammad led the team with 27 catches. And they were like 22 of them with stop routes. And Abdul was cold-blooded. Trust me, he ran past me plenty of times in practice. It told me about it, too.
On the way by or after the play?
Both. Both. Yeah. I swear there was sometimes I swear I had him locked up, and he was just like, yeah, you got you again. But I just kept, competing. But I don't know. I mean, I don't like that rule. But they got to do something. Maybe 2 years, I understand it. It's kind of like your, old transfer time you had to sit out, but I don't think anything will come of this act anyways. It's just filling time until kickoff starts.
Right?
Yeah, until the game start. Ain't not going to happen in 30 days. Listen.
No.
These dudes have been meeting for how long?
Years.
Yeah, and it just happens that it was a SEC
Media days. Yeah. Which, Will Stein. Okay, we're going to have a conversation about that at some point. But let's get to this before we go to break from Colgan J. Jay, my kid and I are heading for his first college visit and a workout. What's the best advice you could give?
I'm giving away all the secrets, man. I got a friend of mine. We're going to start like a consulting firm doing this. I'll tell you this.
This one's free, not the next one.
This is free. Don't wear slides. Dress the part, obviously shorts and t-shirt and stuff like that. Look, he's played baseball and done everything he needed to do for however many years. It's no different. They're just watching you. They're just trying to confirm what they already somewhat know. But I will tell you, as a parent, I would tell the parents, ask all the questions that can come to mind. Come in there with a game plan. Be somewhat aggressive. How many kids are you going to take at my position? How many you're going to take in a class? How many portal guys are you looking for? How do you view development? Where do you see my son? Is this a committable offer or is this a wait and see offer? Is it an offer without being committed? Where do you view him in year 1, 2, or 3? Because those are the most, the first 3 years is where, you got to make your most hay. So all that type of stuff. And obviously, I know his son, and he's very respectful and all that stuff. So, him, how he's going to handle himself is just fine. But I think sometimes parents get in and around these coaches and don't ask enough questions. And then obviously then you ride home from however far away you're going and coming from and not have any answers. You want to be able to know where you stand, and then also you could put them in a place where they stand with you, because they're recruiting your son, hopefully, and so, as much as you think you're going up there, you do have to prove yourself to them. They got to prove it to you because you're entrusting them with, your son for, the foreseeable future. And it's a big decision. It's not a huge decision. It's a big decision. It's the first big decision that he's going to make and that they got to make as a family. But, I think sometimes, or not, a lot of times it's been so easy for coaches now because they have the portal and they can just sit back. They don't have to be on the road. They don't have to, shake trees. They don't have to, look for or call people that they know that maybe has an eye on a guy or something like that, or a heads up, or you could be the first one to know about a certain player because they can just essentially get on their computer and look at the profile, look at the stats, go back to his high school recruiting profile. Yeah, we'll take you out of the portal. How much money and all that stuff. So I think when you get that face to face, make it worth it.
And maybe that's hard to do, especially if this is the first time, right? Not just for the first kid, but if this is the first one in a family to go to college, be looking to play athletics too. It's hard to know what you don't know or what questions to ask. And so I'm sure that to some degree, there are no stupid questions, just ask, but also hopefully you're prepared going into this visit, right? You had some time to sit down, think critically about it and think, not just about, the details of the workout, but the big picture thing, because your point, it's more than just the workout.
And don't tip your hand. If you hear something you don't like, always hold it close to your vest. And then obviously, get to the point where your son's going to make the decision eventually. And the first one's always, it's exciting, I'm sure, a little nervous, but, just enjoy it, but there's nothing wrong with asking questions and getting answers and ask them, when do you guys make offers? How long do you wait for a commitment? Because, I don't know if you saw that tweet about this dude. I was going to retweet it or subtweet it or whatever you call it. I mean, he's a college coach. I mean, he sounded like an idiot. And that's what I was going to say. You sound like an idiot. And he said, it's, I called a kid to offer him. It's 1:47 on a Saturday and he has his phone on Do Not Disturb. You don't know if he was at church. You don't know if he was at a workout. You don't know if he was in like a movie. You don't know what he was doing. And he's like, oh, I'm just going to go and offer somebody else. So then you told on yourself. You're essentially doing dial a joke now, essentially dial an offer, the first guy that answers. So you really don't want the kid. But then you get on the internet and act like you're doing somebody a favor by moving on because he has his phone on Do Not Disturb. So that'd be like one of these NFL teams when they call a guy and, some of them go fishing. Sometimes you get picked a round or two earlier than you projected or were projected and you don't answer and then you don't draft him. Well, that could be your franchise player. You know what I mean? So that's a lazy part of doing your job. Oh, he has on Do Not Disturb. Okay. Well, let's just say he was in a workout or in a team meeting or something like that. Say the coach, has him, worked out in the morning. Say he's playing football. They worked out in the morning. And I don't know if they can have meetings in high school, but say you're in there in the weight room. Oh, I missed it. That's it. That's what you're doing. That's how you're judging somebody. That's the laziest thing you can do as a coach.
But it's convenient for me. So
it is convenient. It's easy. So then you become entitled and you become lazy.
It's soft is what it is.
Versus if, hey, you're supposed to call me at 3 and then you don't hear from him and you confirmed your plans the night before, the day before. That's different.
Yeah. Oh, much.
And you call him on a weekend? You forgot to call Friday? Or you're waiting everybody else to say no? That's what it was. There you go.
There you have it. Good advice. Again, stay on the lookout for the Instagram for Jay. There'll be the tips and tricks and certainly more coming. Will any more majors be coming for Scotty Scheffler? Can't seem to win the big one anymore. We'll talk about the Open Championship wrapping up major season to round out hour one.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Right here in Lincoln, young people are waiting for someone like you. At Big Brothers Big Sisters, mentoring happens out in the community. Grabbing ice cream, shooting hoops, playing music, or just hanging out and talking. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, spending time, and building a positive, consistent connection with a young person. Just a few hours each month can make a lasting impact. Be big. Start something life-changing today. Learn more at bbbsmidlands.org.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas, and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white truck, you know the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built upon hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with room for advancement.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Planet Fitness has everything you need from warm up to wind down, so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to bring a friend anytime, access any of our 2,800 plus clubs, or reset and recover in the Black Card Spa, we're ready to fuel your momentum and then some. Enjoy all the perks with the Planet Fitness Black Card. Join the club today for $1 down, $24.99 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends June 12th.
See club for details.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Dana Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Dana Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Dana Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. It's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear that you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Back to Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That's right. Welcome back in. It is Old School, hour one of the show, brought to you by Heartland of Nebraska Windows, doing great stuff down there in Hallam, Nebraska. Family-owned, operated, all sorts of great stuff going on, including free estimates, full window replacements, all vinyl triple panes, and lifetime warranties on everything. You can give them a call today for more info, 402-430-3852. You can also visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. How about Ryan Fox, Jay?
Man.
What an open.
That gives everybody a little bit of hope.
Even Jake Sorensen could win a major.
Homemade swing. But before I get in, he comes from a long line of great athletes. So
sure,
yeah, his dad was a
Rick.
big time rugby player for All Blacks, and I think in New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
He's a grinder. I've seen him play. I watch the European golf over there early in the mornings. He's always in the mix, and he went out and won it. That back nine, he turned it up, man, and he went real low. I think either Friday or Saturday, so he has it in it. He hit the shot probably of the last 5 years out of that bunker, nipped the bunker, but then hit it to close enough to where he can essentially, I think he either got a birdie or par on 18 that day. And, it was a pretty good British Open. I mean, obviously, him winning and, the known guys like Rory and Scotty Scheffler didn't win. And obviously you had the dust up with Bryson DeChambeau, but I think his play and his personality probably rang true more than anything because Cam Young was there, and he's a dog, and Burns was there, but I think Ryan Fox just had a little bit of more in the tank, and there was no hesitation under fire, man. I mean, so.
Yeah, dude just walked right up and said, "Nope, this one's going down."
Yeah, I think his average by the time he picks his club is like 22 seconds. He's just picking a target and firing, and
he's the Chip Kelly of the PGA Tour,
and was able to kind of get that putt to go in the side door there. So look, he's a man's man, and the best thing about him, they showed him that he made the 7:00 flight and flew commercial home.
Mm-hmm.
So he kept
with
Cam Young in front of him, right in front of him, and. That's the thing that sucks about golfer like Cam Young and like Burns is like
both those guys have been on the verge.
You're right there, and somebody just hits a shot, and you have to really look at it like you got to keep putting yourself in that arena, and you'll pull through sooner or later.
Some interesting stats from the major seasons over the weekend. 6 golfers gained 30 or more strokes across the 4 majors this year. Only one of them earned a victory. Scotty Scheffler gained the most strokes, just barely over Sam Burns. It was Xander Schauffele, Cam Young, and at number 6, Ludwig Aberg. It was Rory McIlroy, going one of that top 6, that ended up getting a win, which I thought was fascinating. And to that point, putting, right? Scotty Scheffler, Ryan Fox hit the most approach shots within 20 feet, but Fox picks up 2.5 strokes essentially from putting, and Scotty loses a half a stroke.
Yeah.
The margin's like this. It opens like this where Cam Young's coming, Siwoo Kim's in it there at the end as well. I'm not going to say, Scotty can't win the big one anymore, but he does have some stuff to figure out. To be that good, like you said, put yourself in position. Just weird to see Scotty not win one when he finishes top 5 at all of them.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's obviously to be great, you got to be consistent, and that's what he is, and that's what every great player goes through. Where you win a whole bunch, and then you feel like you lost it, or you could have had that extra gear, and so. His life's changed, it seems like, over the last couple of years, right? He's got a couple kids, 2 young kids, so it changes the schedule and how much he can, he's trying to manage that right now. And I don't think his, desire to win has changed as you've seen some of the outbursts he's had. But also he also understands that as he leveled up to obviously the clear-cut number 1 player in the world, so did everybody else. So he became the target, and now he has to go and continue to work on his game. Probably putting is probably his biggest thing that he's struggling at, making the big time putts. I think it was Thursday or Friday, he missed like 3 or 4 par putts and still shot under par, but they were really realistically makeable putts for him. And the difference, Ryan Fox probably made those. He didn't. When Scheffler, I think he finished 2 back, you go back and look at some of the par putts he had and didn't make, and it's kind of plagued them all year. And then, look, man, he's still the best in the world. If you had to bet on somebody to win, it'd be him.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to play a playoff with him, though.
Oh, no.
Well, except for Victor Hovland.
Well.
Yeah. Who doesn't know any better? Anybody that wears,
which I can respect.
Anybody that wears those shirts out there on the golf course, you got to be worried. You got to be worried about him because he's going for broke. 59th
in the world, 225 to 1 odds to win it. 62 and 68 for Ryan Fox winning the Open. Heck of a show for him.
And he got a fat paycheck.
Apparently had wine in the claret jug. Had to dump it out for the pictures.
Yeah. Look,
Live it up, Ryan Fox.
Yeah, they showed him on the plane. He got to take home the claret jug and the replica. I think they get to keep the replica. So good for him, man. I think it's you got a lot of kind of guys out of nowhere that have won some majors, and obviously Rory won it, and the Masters, and everybody else kind of picked their spots. And so there's a lot left to be played in golf, but some guys that are your headliners need to step up.
Fun major season, but like you said, moving on to the rest of the PGA Tour. We'll move back to some college football. And compared to the World Cup, Bill Connolly of ESPN put out a fun article on what college football can learn from the World Cup's expansion of its tournament. We'll get into that. And the most dominant defenses to win a championship. Spain did some absolutely incredible stuff defensively in winning the World Cup title. We'll take a look back through some of the best defenses, specifically in NFL football and the NBA, to see which one we like. He's Jay Foreman. I'm Austin Norman. We'll be back with hour 2 of the show.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $195 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1009974, $195 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 10,000 due at signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 8/31/26.
Planet Fitness has everything you need from warm up to wind down, so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to bring a friend anytime, access any of our 2,800 plus clubs, or reset and recover in the Black Card Spa, we're ready to fuel your momentum and then some. Enjoy all the perks with the Planet Fitness Black Card. Join the club today for $1 down, $24.99 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends June 12th.
See club for details.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is quickly approaching, and we need you in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. Single game tickets for all 7 home games start at just $45 and are now available in both end zone and sideline seat locations. These tickets are only available while supplies last, so get yours today before they're gone. To purchase your Husker football single game tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Your sprinklers are watering the street or flooding your backyard. If you're on a list that doesn't exist, it's time for Judson Irrigation. At Judson Irrigation, Lee or Lacey or Judson will make an appointment. You pick a time and they'll be there to fix your sprinkler system. Now that's service, a dying art these days.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Hi, I'm Kendall Warnock, owner of A1 Automotive. When it comes to your vehicle, trust matters. At A1 Automotive, we believe in honest inspections, clear communication, and quality repairs done the first time. Whether you drive a BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Porsche, our team is committed to keeping you safe on the road. A1 Automotive, where integrity drives everything we do. Please visit us at 5110 State Hill Drive or give us a call, 402-267-4660. Always honest answers.
Concrete Industries has immediate openings for production laborers, operators, and drivers. Earn great pay starting at $21.50 per hour, plus health benefits, 401k, paid time off, and more. Right now, production laborers can earn a $1,500 hiring bonus, and drivers are eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience? No problem. Concrete Industries offers on-the-job training and opportunities to grow your career. Start your future today. Visit concreteindustries.com.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Coming at you live from the heart of downtown Lincoln. This is Old School with Foreman and Orman. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Here's Coy Detmer dropping straight back in the pocket. Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score! Foreman got it, and it's touchdown Huskers.
Black shirts answer the call one more time. And Austin Orman. Old School with Foreman and Orman is sponsored by Graham Tire Company of Lincoln, your tire store next door with 4 Lincoln locations. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yes, indeed. Welcome in hour 2 of Old School, brought to you by Graham Tire. I want to remind you that their anniversary sale is going on now. They're celebrating 75 years of serving their neighbors throughout the Midwest. And to say thank you, Graham Tire is giving you a $75 instant rebate on a set of 4 select tires during their anniversary sale event. You can stack even more savings with big mail-in rebates on select tires from Goodyear and Cooper when you use your Goodyear credit card. And remember, all tires are on sale right now, making this the perfect time to upgrade for your summer travels. Hurry in today. Graham Tire, your tire store next door. I'm Austin. He's Jay. You're you. Thanks for dialing up the show. You can be a part of things on the Starter Heyman Jewelers text line as we talk all things college football playoff and expansion. College football sure hurried into the 12-team era, not exactly hastening along the road to 24. Still a lot of discussion going on there, Jay. But Bill Connolly from ESPN writes a lot about college football, some data behind the scenes is kind of his strong suit. Also has done some soccer previews, and he liked the idea of the World Cup expansion, really for one main reason. World Soccer's mid-majors got more access. And he said essentially provided, more excitement. I mean, it's hard for me to say a 0-0 draw with the eventual champion, is more excitement, but good for Cape Verde for not getting steamrolled or whatever. But Bill Connolly says the biggest thing that college football can learn from the World Cup is if, or ultimately, obviously, when the playoff expands, more mid-majors. Yeah,
I mean, I like it, and I understand that the mid majors and those guys won't generally win, but nobody ever would have thought Vanderbilt would beat Alabama in this lifetime, so it can't happen. Now, it's not going to happen very often, but I think when you expand it, grant more access, it grows the game, and overall will be better. I mean, obviously. Mm-hmm. The mid-majors, if they were in it, they know that the deck is stacked against them, but you just never know, because I can guarantee you nobody would have wanted to play James Madison. I don't care who you are, because mm-hmm. not only if you could still win the game and still get exposed. I like it, I read the article when you sent it to me. I like what he's thinking. I was TD's, maybe we'll be able to get to ask him, his thoughts on it when we see him hopefully next week. And with Cape Verde or Egypt or, those type of games, that's what you live for. Now, granted, we're talking about Cape Verde right now. Mm-hmm. I just brought in Egypt. There's other teams that were, not, as highly ranked or well thought of. We're talking about them as much or more as we're talking about Spain and Argentina. Mm-hmm. Remember in the was it Olympics? What was the team? What was the African nation? They were the green team that played really well against the U.S.
Yeah.
Right, and they just kind of formed their Olympic team. Mm-hmm. We talked about them for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and so that's where stories are born, and that's where mm-hmm. stars can really align for not only individual players but for in this case, smaller colleges.
And Connolly's key argument to that point is letting in all conference champions into the college football playoff. If you win whatever your FBS Division I football conference is, you're in the playoff. So obviously that drastically cuts down on the number of at-large bids, which are, all but non-starters to the Big Ten and SEC. But the makeup of the playoff would have looked like this under Tony Petitti's proposal that we've talked about before. Beyond the field we got, it would have added Notre Dame, BYU, Texas, Vandy, Utah, USC, Arizona, Michigan, Virginia, Houston, Georgia Tech, and Iowa. If you go with all the conference champions, you still get BYU, Texas, Vandy, Utah, USC, Arizona, and Michigan, but you would replace Virginia, Houston, Georgia Tech, and Iowa with Duke, Boise State, Western Michigan, and Kennesaw State. So that's
the only drawback.
Is it a drawback, though? Because Connolly gives some numbers.
Yeah.
That first group of teams, so the BYU, Texas, Vandy, Utah, USC, Zona, Michigan, Virginia, Houston, Georgia Tech, and Iowa, would have had a combined 0.8% chance of winning the national championship.
Right.
Less than 1%. If you add Duke, Boise, Western Michigan, and Kennesaw instead of Virginia, Houston, Georgia Tech, and Iowa, that group of teams has a 0.01 title chance. Smaller number, but essentially statistically insignificant. Either way, the top 20 teams have a 99% chance of winning.
Well, the numbers ain't going to change. I'm just thinking of the storylines Houston was pretty impressive last year. Virginia was one of the highlights of the season last year, where they would be so close, but yet so far. So, it wouldn't be something that I say, a total loss, because you get Boise in there and Kennesaw State, it can play a little bit, so 36 teams, maybe they get to 40, so you don't have to deal with that.
I thought it was interesting. Some more numbers that Connolly gave. What would have resonated more in the long term? Michigan football reaching the quarterfinals, or Kennesaw State upsetting Alabama in the first round? And according to SP Plus, which is Connolly's metric that ESPN bought when they hired him, the odds of Kennesaw State upsetting Alabama were actually better than Michigan reaching the quarterfinals under the proposed draw that Connolly had. And just for example, that first round would have looked like this: Arizona at USC, good game, old Pac-12 game.
Yeah.
Interesting. State on the road at Alabama, which Connolly says, okay, long shot, but doable.
Yeah.
Duke at BYU, lean BYU in that one, but interesting.
You like the game, though.
James Madison at Texas.
I like that game.
Mm-hmm. Boise at Notre Dame.
I like it.
Tulane at Vandy.
Oh, I like that.
Western Michigan at the U.
Sure.
And Michigan at Utah, which obviously takes on some extra significance now.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny. It's not a bad lineup. I like the lineup.
Then you would flip that over into the second round. The 8 games would have been USC Arizona winner at Indiana, Alabama Kennesaw winner at Oklahoma, BYU Duke winner at Oregon, Texas James Madison winner at Texas Tech, Notre Dame Boise winner at Ole Miss, Vandy Tulane winner at Georgia, Miami Western Michigan winner at A&M, and Utah Michigan winner at Ohio State. I still think there's plenty of intrigue there.
Yeah, because then you would get Ohio State, Michigan, possibly part 2.
Mm-hmm. Ohio State's quaking in its boots.
Yeah.
They can win everything except the Michigan game.
I like it. It bodes well for Nebraska. Now, I will tell you, I know it'd be like talking outside of my mouth, though, but I think that the standard would be raised and lowered at the same time if the playoffs expanded to 36.
Okay.
The standard should always be that we're working towards and making every decision to be obviously a year in year out contender to be in the playoffs. So that's what we're shooting for, right? Because when if you complete that, that means you've had to either like beat Iowa or beat a couple of viable teams on the way. So all the other stuff that comes with that is there. But then also you're lowering the standard because 36 get in, and if you're getting in and say you're at the lower end, we're Nebraska, we shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
So But times have changed. You want to get in the dance. There's financial implications of getting there.
Major financial implications.
So that makes it worth it. The fans should be cheering for that because it saves you guys some money.
When you say 36 teams in a college football playoff, that's essentially 1 out of every 4 teams. There's not quite 140 teams, and so 36 out of like 136 would be not quite a quarter. And 35 out of 140 would be, and whoever the math works on that. But that's still a lower percentage of the number of teams that make the NFL playoffs or Major League Baseball playoffs.
Yeah,
or the
that's
NBA
true.
playoffs.
Yeah, I understand
And
that.
it's different, right? I mean, again, there's
more
136 as opposed to 30 or 32.
But when you look at the percentages, you can understand a little bit more. I just think that, we need to get back to the point that if we don't make the college football playoffs, it's got to be by a game or two, kind of like Ole Miss was a couple of years ago. And then we make adjustments because we know exactly why we did it, or it's circumstances we can't control. That's where I think you want to get there. We talked about in golf and Scheffler being in the hunt and Cam Young and Burns and all that. Sooner or later, they're going to have their breakthrough, just like Scotty Scheffler had his breakthrough. And then he's been breaking backs ever since, right? And so that's where we need to get to as a program. But I like it. You want to expand it. It's no different than, I know March Madness, the NCAA tournament is expanded. But how many years were we on pins and needles for – 16 to beat a 1? Well, it finally happened. Now, if you see it again,
that happened twice in the span of like 7 years.
Right,
now.
it's not that big a
6
deal.
years,
But you've been waiting, and there's been some close games, right? 15 and 2, and or 2 seed and 15 seed. So I mean, I like it. No, hopefully something comes of it, but I do like it.
One-Eyed Ray on our Starter Heyman Jewelers text line: guaranteeing conference champions make the playoffs could have programs moving to easier conferences. No. I don't think so.
Not fine. No,
you're not giving that Big Ten
you're not
prestige to
giving
go
that
win
Big
the
Ten
MAC.
money to get in there because you're losing money.
Whatever you make from the playoff for
Now,
a game or two is not the same as what you get every year from the Big Ten or the SEC.
What if you're a private school like Northwestern or like Stanford?
You're still getting that sweet, sweet Big Ten $75 million.
Yeah. No, nobody's moving.
Not
now.
moving
You might have like.
Well, especially with the penalties you're talking about.
Yeah, move around.
Yeah.
They might try to, find an easier pathway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no big schools, no Power 4 schools are leaving the conference, and especially not leaving the Big Ten or SEC.
Not until your reset College Sports Act passes and they break it down into 8 conferences of 10 teams each, and they're forced to move.
You need all the money that you can get with NIL and rev sharing or whatever it is that they're doing it. So you can't afford it. It would be program suicide.
Eric says math is hard, Austin. Yes, Eric, math is hard. Even for some leaders at schools who continue to think that spending $40 or $50 million is the same as spending $21.3 million. But Jay, this is breaking within the last half an hour or so from Ross Dellinger. Talks are centering on adding a new pool of money for schools to retain athletes, in addition to the $21.3 million cap. I'll just rip from Ross's article on Yahoo Sports.com. The latest and most notable possible changes, much of it in an effort to gain support from the SEC and the Big Ten, would alter the all-important athlete compensation framework by providing schools with more flexible spending. That includes a proposed idea to establish a separate pool of money for schools to use to retain current athletes on their rosters. This retention pool, as some refer to it, would be in addition to the $21.3 million rev share cap for the 26-27 academic year. Other ideas include a general increase in the cap itself and the addition of a quasi-luxury tax on overspenders.
So LSU would be broke.
Yes.
Because they overspent. I guess, I mean, if they're doing it anyway, so I guess they're finding a way to kind of make it
legal.
I just find it hard. I just look at it like, and I'm all for it. I want the players to get paid. But if I'm looking at it from both sides, okay, that's cool. That's a great option that we can kind of find a way to retain you. That's great. But when are we going to start putting a cost analysis or return on investment if you're good or not? Because I see a lot of guys getting paid a lot of money throughout. Like you see them on Instagram, you hear the stories, you read the articles, and all that, and you're not good. So we're just paying you out of habit.
Yeah.
Oh, you play left tackle, or you know what I'm saying? So I said, well, I'm waiting for the team to say no, let somebody else pay the extra tax, the premium fee. You somehow develop a player, maybe even pay him the same, but he ends up being a better player. But you have to operate and exercise what? Patience. And you have to be persistent.
Mhm.
You have to have a clear vision. You have to have want to, along with buy-in and a connection there. So that will force these coaches and coaching staffs to be more connected with the players, the trust. Now, trust doesn't mean if you're only paying me $100,000 that I turn down $700,000. I, as a coach, got to trust that I've made you smart enough or helped you be smart enough that you go take that money.
Mhm.
We'll dap up, maybe even go to, to get something to eat, a nice little steak before you leave. Well, when you don't like it there, you come back, we might have a bigger check for you, brother. So now, you know what? I helped you on the front end. You help me on the back end. But ultimately, I think, this new pool of money, I think it creates an immense amount of laziness. When are we going to get to work? When are we going to get invested? When are we going to get results? Realistically.
Yeah, let's see it.
Because now these players are smart enough. They're reading it like, dang, we can get even more money. We ain't done nothing yet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So,
Which is where it's going to be really fascinating to see these players that enter the portal, demand a lot of money, and it only takes one team. That's the thing about, like you've said, with the draft, but I think it's also fair with free agency.
Yeah.
All you have to do is find one team willing to pay you. And sometimes it's tricky because I think I'm a little surprised we haven't had our first instance of a player. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised with the way teams are splashing money around in college. But I am slightly surprised that we haven't had our first instance of a guy, enter the portal, say what his price tag is, and then no one be willing to meet it. Because I can immediately see that player claiming collusion if he doesn't get what he's asking for. And then, how do you prove something that
we've had that before?
Happen? Well, I'm sure it's happened before.
But it has.
Already? Okay.
Austin, use your brain. It's happened.
In college?
Yeah. He hasn't maybe announced it, but it's happened.
I have to jog my memory here.
I ain't gonna say it.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
But yeah, I mean, I could see that happening. I mean, I think I could see.
But then my point is, okay, so then schools are going to have to be the ones to hold the line. But then I get to Major League Baseball and the owners want a salary cap. Seems like owners, I don't say ADs, but boosters at these schools feels like they want the NCAA in some cases to have no rules so they can spend whatever they want. Or in other cases, hey, you have to set the rules or else we're going to keep going over it. But actually, we're going to sue you because we don't want the rules.
Yeah, they want to win on both ends. I call that when they're in an argument and they're playing tennis and they ain't losing a point. Serving volley and smashing it back, and they just keep going back and forth because they don't have any, skin in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see if some guys price themselves out or you never really hear about it, because the contracts are always kind of funny and nobody's really coming out and showing what a contract is, what goes into it, what actually is these price tags that when you say, hey, this kid is signed a 2-year contract for $2 million. Okay, what is that $2 million? Is that $2 million? Is it the value of the car that you got him? Which, I guess a Tahoe or something is over $100,000. Or is it the car payments for 2 years?
Just go with the Chevy Celebration, right?
Yeah. Get you. Yeah. It could be very. You know what though? I would get me a minivan and trick that thing out. Great room, all the little bells and whistles. Give me a booming system in there with some TVs. And I'm gonna have the windows blacked out, and I don't even need no rims. I just get that, and that thing rides forever. I'd roll that thing so hard. Matter of fact, that might be my next car. Straight up.
If Nebraska football wins 9 regular season games this year, will you buy that minivan?
Hold on, say that again.
That minivan you just described.
Football, how many games are there?
12 regular season games. If Nebraska football wins 9, will you get the souped up minivan and drive it for at least a year before you sell it?
Ford makes one.
I assume so.
DF. Yeah. I'll do it. How about if they win 10? How about if they win 10?
Before you do that.
How about if they win 10?
Okay, well, it's on the table. It's on the table.
Yeah.
What if I take the shaved hair bet
that's
off the table? So you can either
if they
do
win
the hair bet or the minivan bet.
If they win 9 games, I'll go big razor bald.
Okay. If they win
but I'm
10,
keeping the beard.
Deal.
And if they win 10, I'm going to get me a tricked out minivan. So Kendall Warnock over at A1 is going to have to help me find one.
Okay. This is getting clipped
or
and shared.
or like an old school Cutlass or something.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, one of those two. They got 10 regular season games.
Regular season.
Yeah. 10 regular season games.
There you go, Nebraska. Yeah. There's your challenge.
Because they win 10 regular season games. I'm going over there and I need to tell them I need some cash. I put my pride on there. You need to help me buy. It's going to be a Husker minivan.
My wife doesn't realize that our next car is going to be a minivan. Yeah. She doesn't want to. She wants like a big Tahoe or Expedition or something. Yeah. But even third row seating with, 2, going to be 3 car seats, at some point, hopefully, God willing, in the next
Those are good
few
choices
years.
to have. I'm going to tell you this, man.
I rolled in a minivan for a while.
One of the best. I rent cars all the time. I was down. I took Soleil NCL down, and we were down in Florida. I got one or something. Or maybe it was in Charlotte, and they didn't have any cars, and they gave me that. We had a ball, man, driving down to Myrtle Beach. You talking about like the things open, the doors open. They got everything you need in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a new one, and it had more get up than you would think.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in and out of lanes, all that room. Oh, yeah.
Big Bird, if Jay gets the old school cutty, he needs the Jerry curl back.
That would be next year if I went bald head. Oh, if I got the
if you get the cut, yeah.
Oh, if I got a Cutlass, for sure.
that thing better be dripping.
Oh,
we better see the trail from wherever you parked that bad boy all the way into the studio.
Oh yeah, it will be. It would be old school. It wouldn't be like Deion Sanders talking about his natural. That thing would be real. Yeah, see, Matt Hops has a blacked out Toyota Sienna van. See, people, listen, you're sleeping on that.
Now we're talking.
Cost effective. You can drive from here all the way to like New York City. Good on gas.
Mm-hmm.
They probably got them all-wheel drive now.
Oh, they have to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of keeping it old school, 85 Bears. Are they the best championship defense in history? We'll talk about it in light of what Spain just got done doing at the World Cup. He's Jay Foreman. I'm Austin Norman. More old school after this.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Graham Tire Company is celebrating 75 years of serving our neighbors throughout the Midwest. And to say thank you, we're giving you $75 in instant rebate on a set of 4 select tires during our anniversary sale event. You can stack on even more savings with big mail-in rebates on select tires from Goodyear and Cooper when you use your Goodyear credit card. And remember, all tires are on sale right now, making this a perfect time to upgrade for summer travels. Hurry in today. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $195 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1009974. $195 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. 10,000 due at signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 8/31/26.
Your sprinklers are watering the street or flooding your backyard. If you're on a list that doesn't exist, it's time for Judson Irrigation. At Judson Irrigation, Lee or Lacey or Judson will make an appointment. You pick the time and they'll be there to fix your sprinkler system. Now that's service, a dying art these days.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. It's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear that you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Dana Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Your line just went down. Production stopped. A supervisor wants answers, and someone's digging through a binder for the maintenance history. Every one of those minutes costs money, and most of the time, that breakdown could have been prevented. That's where MaintainX comes in. MaintainX catches the failure before it happens. Preventive maintenance plans on every key asset to improve reliability. Work orders assigned and tracked right from your phone. Everyone from the floor to the front office is in the loop. Real-time dashboards give managers instant visibility into what's been completed, what's overdue, and where the bottlenecks are. No more guesswork. Just a smarter, faster maintenance operation. Companies on MaintainX have cut unplanned downtime by over 30% and saved thousands on parts and labor every year. See what it can do for your operation. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is quickly approaching, and we need you in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. Single game tickets for all 7 home games start at just $45 and are now available in both end zone and sideline seat locations. These tickets are only available while supplies last, so get yours today before they're gone. To purchase your Husker football single game tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Hi, I'm Kendall Warnock, owner of A1 Automotive. When it comes to your vehicle, trust matters. At A1 Automotive, we believe in honest inspections, clear communication, and quality repairs done the first time. Whether you drive a BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Porsche, our team is committed to keeping you safe on the road. A1 Automotive, where integrity drives everything we do. Please visit us at 5110 Statedale Drive or give us a call, 402-267-4660. Always honest answers.
Hi, Charlie Stone again, and Andy Goodyear with Honda of Lincoln will be joining me shortly to talk about a milestone accomplishment at Honda of Lincoln. But before I talk to Andy, I'd like to add a comment of my own. I know you have a lot of choices when buying a new or pre-owned vehicle. It was just announced that Honda of Lincoln is once again the winner for the Lincoln's Choice Award for new car dealers. It's not easy to win that award because it's all based on the highest level of customer satisfaction. I think Honda of Lincoln really is your best choice. Now let's talk to Andy.
Thanks, Charlie, and thanks for your kind words.
Andy, tell us what it takes to win an award like this.
Will do, Charlie. It's about being customer focused. Our sales and service team have been with us for a long time, and every day, all they focus on is 100% customer satisfaction. It's really that simple.
Maybe it's time you experience the best. The Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Concrete Industries has immediate openings for production laborers, operators, and drivers. Earn great pay starting at $21.50 per hour, plus health benefits, 401k, paid time off, and more. Right now, production laborers can earn a $1,500 hiring bonus, and drivers are eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience? No problem. Concrete Industries offers on-the-job training and opportunities to grow your career. Start your future today. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Back to Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket.
That's right. Welcome back in. It is Old School. Austin Orman, Jay Foreman with you. Big thanks to Schwezo Construction for their sponsorship of Old School. At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Schwezo is hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back on and off the job site. Apply today at Schwezo.com. 40 plus years strong in business, Schwezo Construction. Some numbers from Spain's World Cup win. Second time the Spanish have won the whole dang thing. Their first time was back in 2010. But this was the highest scoring World Cup, at least the highest scoring one since 1970. Now you might be saying, well, of course, there were more matches. There better be more games or, with more goals. Well, even with the 40 extra matches, the tournament averaged just under 3 goals per game at 2.96, which is the highest goals per game since 1970. Explains a lot about why I don't watch a ton of soccer if all you're doing is putting the ball in the net fewer than 3 times. But that's part of the point, but not really the point. Point being, a pretty high offense World Cup, Jay, at least relative to World Cup standards, which makes some of these numbers from Spain even more impressive. Across their 8 games, Spain scores 14 goals, allows just 1. The expected goals allowed, 2.31. So they allowed about a goal and a half fewer than they should have. But both of those are records while being expected to score about 15.5 goals themselves. Only 54 shots on target for Spain, but they only allowed 10. 10 shots on target across 8 games, allowing 1 goal, which means 7 shutouts on their march to the World Cup championship in the highest scoring World Cup in 56 years.
Yeah, their defense has always been stifling. When Ramos was there, I think 2010, they were really good then. And so they have a long history of being really good in the World Cup. And obviously it was personal against Argentina. And they clamped down on everybody, throughout the whole, World Cup over the last, 6 weeks. And so, they're the best team and they definitely performed like it. And the rest of the world needs to be on notice with some of the aging stars going on their last run, Messi, Ronaldo, and a couple others. You have to think this Spain team was very, very young. They thought the experience of Argentina was going to win. Actually, it went the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
They were younger. They had more stamina. They were stronger. They had a tougher road. And they put the dagger in the heart when they needed to. So it was a great performance, the whole World Cup. It was capped off with a performance in the final.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to continue along. They have the thing about it where, Messi's so good on offense, but if he's not scoring or not being able to create, he's a liability on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Spain doesn't have that. And you know what's crazy? I was listening to Zoltan, and he said they don't have one player on the World Cup team on Real Madrid. So that lets you know the depth of really good soccer players in Spain.
Yeah.
And so that's why they're so good, and they were truly the best team, right? And and obviously had great coaching, to go along with that.
That they did. I believe I saw a stat. I can't find it anymore. Spain, I think, they controlled the ball. A lot of time of possession for them, but it wasn't just like they were sitting on it in their half. When Spain lost possession, I think they got it back in something like 8.5 seconds. And the average team gets it back in like 10 to 11 seconds. I think that's what the U.S. was at.
Yeah.
So when they lost the ball, they got it back pretty quickly, even if they weren't necessarily doing much with it. But Jay, that leads me to this question then. Where does that compare with some of the best, championship-led or defense-led championship teams of all time? I mean, the teams that came to mind first for me, 85 Bears, obviously with that defense. Your coach, Mike Singletary, and Fridge Perry and whatnot. The 2000 Ravens, if they can carry that quarterback to a Super Bowl win, that's something. And the 04 Pistons, I think, are a team that come to mind for me as well.
Oh, yeah, all of them fit the script. The Bears, and the Bears kind of were the party starters.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens obviously took it, I felt like, to a whole nother level. Throwing some Pittsburgh Steelers defense as well over time, the steel curtain, the 2010 Steelers defense that really changed the landscape of physicality in the NFL, and obviously the Pistons with Ben Wallace, and those guys were stifling as well, where they embarrassed the Lakers, to win the championship. So Spain's right along with them. It's something that those young men probably don't understand right now. I mean, obviously, they have a parade for them back home, but what they were able to do on that run and how they, cemented themselves in history, they don't really realize right now. So, they're getting it on both ends, and the residual effect of it is going to be just, some years later.
Who is the best defensive player on that 85 Bears team?
Ooh, that's tough. It's either Singletary or Richard Dent.
Which one?
I'll say Singletary. He was able to do everything. I'll say Singletary.
Best player on the 2000 Ravens defense?
Sugar. Ray. Not even close.
Was Ed Reed not there?
No, he wasn't.
Okay. Came later.
Rod Woodson was there.
That's right. Bad. That was Rod. That's right.
Yeah, it's not bad to have Rod Woodson back there.
Yeah.
No, Ray Lewis.
I think that makes sense. I'm trying to think through some other ones. Maybe not elite defenses all year, but certainly defenses that turned it up. Think about the 07 and 11 Giants.
Yeah.
I mean, especially that 07 team, what they were able to do against Tom Brady.
Probably the D line, that NASCAR unit, Strahan and OC and Justin
JPP,
Tuck and
Tuck.
JPP. Yeah, it was tough. I mean, yeah. Just like offenses, when they get going, when defenses get going and you have talent like that, they're tough.
We know what it looks like when an offense gets rolling, right? Whether it's in football or basketball, even baseball. What does it feel like, and what should fans be looking for to know that the defense is rolling?
It's just that it's just kind of like what you saw with Spain. The offense can't do anything. There's no missed tackles. There's no room. There's constant chaos or pressure on the quarterback. Every ball is contested. The physicality level is obviously very, very high, but when you see it, you just know. You can go back to when I played, the defenses were like that. 09's defense in the Big 12 was obviously very good. And you remember some of the times where, the Bama defense in Georgia, where they were just shutting guys out, and any points they were giving up were when it was essentially, the backups that the backups were in. That's what you'll see it when you see all three levels have playmakers, but they're also everybody is making plays. That means, obviously you have your bell cows, the defensive line, pass rusher, but you have defensive tackles being really good against the run. And then you have guys that come in as situational pass rushers, be really good at rushing the passer. Then you see the linebackers, obviously thinking about Bama and those guys where they're making plays too. And then obviously with the defensive backs, they're just doing whatever they want. I mean, that's when you see all three levels as a defensive unit in particular playing really well and then playing really well cohesively together.
How many times a season does a bad defense get to that level versus a good defense?
Well, I think you essentially you got to work towards that, right?
Gotcha.
And look, when you start the non-con, obviously you don't know what you are until you start playing against great competition. But I think once you get going, I think you work at it the same pace. Now, I think when you're already starting off at a good starting point, like a good defense, the improvements or the changes or the adjustments are incremental and not as noticeable. But an example is when you go from a historically bad defense, stat-wise and by performance-wise, and you make changes, it looks so drastically different than people continue to talk about it. One we can talk about is the Indianapolis Colts. Were historically bad through the regular season. Bob Sanders came back and was healthy. They became historically one of the best defenses ever in the playoffs in the NFL in that 4 or 5 year run. That's the difference. Now it could be the player coming back more or less. Everybody else started to play a little bit better, and you go and you get it going right there. And so when you have Raheem Brock, I know Raheem. He's from the crib. When he comes out, talking about he was a back, he was a D end, and he went a D tackle. He was getting his rocks off. So the whole point is everybody eats off of it. When you're good. You know what I'm saying? You talk about the 2009 defense where Eric Haig and all those guys, you had, 5 DBs and you only played 4. All 5 of them went to the NFL, along with the D linemen and linebackers and stuff. That's the same thing when I was in college, where you look at one of these pitchers out here and, warming up before the Fiesta Bowl, I can show you 28 guys that play in the league on one team. That's on defense.
And how many play on any given snap? 11.
Right. And that's just on defense. Right
Man.
now, they might not have been fully mature, but they were kind of rotational players and stuff like that. So that's when a defense is good. You know it. You know it. When that quarterback is getting hit, when that quarterback is getting tested, You know it. And then, but then also, you should know when you see a defense improve, because like, oh, they did it once. Oh, they actually look better, next week. Oh, they execute a little bit better. It's kind of like the difference with Banker, where he was the first year to second year. You saw a drastic improvement from, I guess,
from 15 to 16.
Yeah, or like the last, when Frost was here to when Tony White was here. It looked different. What was it? It was effort, it was execution, it was a variety of players playing, and they all were playing somewhat together.
How big a piece of that is communication?
It's maybe the biggest piece. Communication, I think sometimes people think is just like the middle linebacker barking out calls. Well, communications, as we both know, is sending and receiving. So you got to have everybody doing this, with the same mindset that I'm willing to be communicated to, and I got to be willing to communicate effectively and clearly. And if you can get that, then you'll see it change. Because when you can pre-snap communicate, and you're all in are like the same wavelength, the offense is nullified.
Hopeless.
Yeah.
Jay Foreman there. I'm Austin Norman. We'll be back to wrap up hour 2 of Old School, and I'll have Jay set the stage for what should be a really fun hour 3. It's in the show title. If you're not seeing that on stream, make sure you get there. Give us a follow, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter as well. We'll let you know what's coming up in hour 3 as we wrap up hour 2 right after this.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your sprinklers are watering the street or flooding your backyard. If you're on a list that doesn't exist, it's time for Judson Irrigation. At Judson Irrigation, Lee or Lacey or Judson will make an appointment. You pick the time and they'll be there to fix your sprinkler system. Now that's service, a dying art these days.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Your line just went down. Production stopped. A supervisor wants answers, and someone's digging through a binder for the maintenance history. Every one of those minutes costs money, and most of the time, that breakdown could have been prevented. That's where MaintainX comes in. MaintainX catches the failure before it happens. Preventive maintenance plans on every key asset to improve reliability. Work orders assigned and tracked right from your phone. Everyone from the floor to the front office is in the loop. Real-time dashboards give managers instant visibility into what's been completed, what's overdue, and where the bottlenecks are. No more guesswork. Just a smarter, faster maintenance operation. Companies on MaintainX have cut unplanned downtime by over 30% and saved thousands on parts and labor every year. See what it can do for your operation. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings, thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is quickly approaching, and we need you in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. Single game tickets for all 7 home games start at just $45 and are now available in both end zone and sideline seat locations. These tickets are only available while supplies last, so get yours today before they're gone. To purchase your Husker football single game tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hi, I'm Kendall Warnock, owner of A1 Automotive. When it comes to your vehicle, trust matters. At A1 Automotive, we believe in honest inspections, clear communication, and quality repairs done the first time. Whether you drive a BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Porsche, our team is committed to keeping you safe on the road. A1 Automotive, where integrity drives everything we do. Please visit us at 5110 State Hill Drive or give us a call, 402-267-4660. Always honest answers.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Hi, Charlie Stone again, and Andy Goodyear with Honda of Lincoln will be joining me shortly to talk about a milestone accomplishment at Honda of Lincoln. But before I talk to Andy, I'd like to add a comment of my own. I know you have a lot of choices when buying a new or pre-owned vehicle. It was just announced that Honda of Lincoln is once again the winner for the Lincoln's Choice Award for new car dealers. It's not easy to win that award because it's all based on the highest level of customer satisfaction. I think Honda of Lincoln really is your best choice. Now let's talk to Andy.
Thanks, Charlie, and thanks for your kind words.
Andy, tell us what it takes to win an award like this.
Will do, Charlie. It's about being customer focused. Our sales and service team have been with us for a long time, and every day, all they focus on is 100% customer satisfaction. It's really that simple.
Maybe it's time you experience the best. The Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Back to Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket.
That's right. Welcome back in as we wrap up hour two of Old School here on a Monday with one more hour to go. Austin Orman, Jay Foreman with you. Jay, let's go ahead and set the stage here for hour three. We'll get to break here pretty quick because we're going to have a bunch of fun in hour three. It's something you cooked up.
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously we're getting, football's here and we're just waiting for it officially to start. Both pros is, they're going to be reporting to camp, but more importantly, college. In Nebraska, we're talking about winning national championships. So I thought, hey, you text in. We want to hear who you guys think, if you could pick any players from the college football playoffs era all the way till now, build your team that could win a national championship and why.
Whew.
I mean, so you got some. But a little sparse in some areas, but you got to really, study up and have some role definitions for guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had some, good players that, would have to play bigger roles. You had some great players that might have to play a little bit lesser role, but you got to put your team together that could contend with the Ohio States and Georgias and Bamas, of yesteryear and this year.
Going to be a lot of fun discussions on the players. I'm also fascinated to see what
are the years? Says. Thomas wants to know the years.
I was thinking BCS era till now.
BCS to now. So when is that?
So 98, right after you guys won the last one after 97? Anything since
99. 99
99 on. Yeah. Essentially the 2000 gene tack on the first couple years of the 90s.
Yeah. We already know some guys who are going to be in it. House of Spears is definitely on it.
Probably on the list.
Yeah, so at least you got one. At least you got one of them right. So That's what I do at hour 5, and you can include players right now and all the way from 1999 on.
I think we'll do it side of the ball by side of the ball. We got to start with defense, obviously.
Okay, defense first.
We'll do defense first, right?
Yeah.
It's what we do on this show.
Yeah.
Defense first, offense. I think we got to get the specialists in there. Throw them from a little bone.
All right, I like that.
Coaches and coordinators, just head coach and coordinators at least.
Yeah, why not?
I think.
Yeah, head coach and coordinator.
Yeah, no position coaches. That would take us a whole.
That'd take
show.
forever. We'd be here.
But.
We might not make it to the Big Ten.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we got coming up. Hour 5, man.
402-464-5685. We'll start with the defense. Build your college football playoff winning Nebraska football defense with players of the BCS and college football playoff era. That's coming up next. Hour 3 straight ahead.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Graham Tire Company is celebrating 75 years of serving our neighbors throughout the Midwest. And to say thank you, we're giving you $75 in instant rebate on a set of 4 select tires during our anniversary sale event. You can stack on even more savings with big mail-in rebates on select tires from Goodyear and Cooper when you use your Goodyear credit card. And remember, all tires are on sale right now, making this a perfect time to upgrade for summer travels. Hurry in today. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Building a new home can be a challenge, a lot of big choices. With our Remington homes, we have designed 15 different floor plans that appeal to a wide range of people.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, painted trim, wood floors, more stone, all options with our Remington homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. You're able to get what you really want in a home for a great price with very limited stress. And that's what Remington homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Greens Furnace and Plumbing has been servicing the southeast Nebraska area since 1921, specializing in HVAC systems, bathroom remodels, duct cleaning, backflow testing, and so much more. With a network of trained technicians ready to assist you, Greens Furnace and Plumbing is your source for dedicated commercial HVAC services for your business, building, or even your home so it can run without unwanted interruption. Learn more by visiting their website at callgreens.com or give them a call at 402-467-4444 today.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is quickly approaching, and we need you in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. Single game tickets for all 7 home games start at just $45 and are now available in both end zone and sideline seat locations. These tickets are only available while supplies last, so get yours today before they're gone. To purchase your Husker football single game tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contract Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Building a new home can be a challenge, a lot of big choices. With our Remington homes, we have designed 15 different floor plans that appeal to a wide range of people.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, painted trim, wood floors, more stone, all options with our Remington homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. You're able to get what you really want in a home for a great price with very limited stress. And that's what Remington homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Planet Fitness has everything you need from warm up to wind down, so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to bring a friend anytime, access any of our 2,800 plus clubs, or reset and recover in the Black Card Spa, we're ready to fuel your momentum and then some. Enjoy all the perks with the Planet Fitness Black Card. Join the club today for $1 down, $24.99 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends June 12th.
See club for details.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the heart of downtown Lincoln. This is Old School with Foreman and Orman. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Here's Troy Detmer dropping straight back in the pocket. Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score! Foreman got it, and it's touchdown Huskers.
Black shirts answer the call one more time.
And Austin Orman. Old School with Foreman and Orman is sponsored by Graham Tire Company of Lincoln. Your tire store next door with 4 Lincoln locations. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up, we're back. Jay Foreman, Austin Orman, Old School coming at you live on this balmy Monday, a week before Big Ten. So we head off to Chicago and terrorize the great city of Chicago. We're live in effect at 1040 O Street. We are brought to you by Graham Tire, serving the Midwest for over 75 years. 4 locations here in Lincoln. Look them up, GrahamTireofLincoln.com. Tell them Old School, Austin, and Jay Foreman sent you, and they will hook you up. They can also take care of any of your car and light truck needs as well. Great people and great service.
And their anniversary sale going on now. All tires on sale.
There you go.
All of them.
Especially with this heat, you burn some tread pretty quickly. So
you said terrorize Chicago. Any memories from playing at Soldier Field and terrorizing Chicago?
It was cold. It was probably the coldest game I ever played again. And it was a throwaway game. Both teams were crappy. And it literally, there was maybe 4 penalties for 2 of the worst teams ever.
So Chicago terrorized you.
Yeah. But hey, I was on that bus quick. I think I went through that shower like a car wash. So it was probably one of the coldest games ever. But anyways, we teased it a little bit that we're going to do like your all-time national championship team from 1999, Thomas and Lincoln, to the present, starting with defense. I already picked one, Indomitian House of Spears as one of my defensive tackles.
I like it.
Where
else do you start?
Yeah, where else do you start? That's easy. Another guy I would go maybe is I would say Malik Collins.
Okay.
Is my other defensive tackle.
Who are the other guys in competition for you?
At defense tackle?
At DT.
Jared Crick. I'll throw Ty Robinson and Nash in there as well. That's probably about it for me.
The only other name I had different than you was Vincent Valentine. Because a lot of these guys come in duos, right? It was Sue and Crick, it was Collins and Valentine, it was Robinson and Hutmaker, which it's funny they put Ty and Nash together because they played in the 3 down front.
Right.
For the vast, vast, vast majority of their Nebraska careers. But I ended up in the same place as you, Sue and Collins.
Yeah.
I just think those were two guys that physically dominated, that had the best traits and the best production on tape. And I assume we're both going like a 4-2-5 setup. Are you doing like a 4-2-5 or 4-3?
4-2-5.
Okay.
4-2-5.
That's how I designed mine as well. So.
And I look at body types too. You got the power. Both of them are big dudes.
Mhm.
And you know what? And you know who I would also put in there? I put the Davis twins as well. They kind of get glossed over.
Yeah, I just don't know if the production was always there.
Well, one of them had like 10 sacks.
True.
Production is there. And actually, it was actually really there, but
for a year,
some people didn't really hype them up enough. But
which is a shame.
I look at body types for them, and I think look how they would play together.
Mhm.
You know, and I feel like Malik, obviously, with it being really, really good as a pass rusher, being in that 3 and down, can play anywhere he wants, and he do very, very, very well.
So Sue's probably the best overall player on this team. Is he the highest paid player on the team in the NIL era?
Probably just because of his name. It's tough though to say that. Is he better than Levante? Because he's my pick at linebacker. Is he better? I don't know.
I would say interior pressure might be the most valuable thing
Yeah.
in football. Being beat a double team and still get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do you want to finish out the defensive line before we go to linebackers?
Well,
with the ends.
I'll give you the first pick on DN.
I had 3 names that I seriously considered for guys I think were considered true defensive ends. Randy Gregory, Adam Carricker, and Chris Kelsey.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
And I'd probably go Gregory and flip a coin, Kelsey.
Well, I would probably go Carricker and Greg.
Can't really go wrong.
Yeah, you can't go right because
text line break the tie.
Gregory going to give you pass rush.
Mhm.
And then Carricker can do both. Carricker could kick inside too.
He could.
Yeah.
But how often would he be asked to do that in this defense? Are you getting that creative? I guess that ties into your DC hire, which we can get to.
I'm gonna get creative. I'm having multiple fronts.
All right.
All
right.
I'd put Randy Gregory out there in the slot too if I had to.
Wide 9.
Oh yeah, you'd be dropping in the flat. But yeah, I could go with those two.
Okay.
And I like the guy. If you want to, add some depth. Excuse me, Pierre Allen and Barry Turner. I think that they were really good as well. It brought constant pressure, so that I round out my defensive end group pretty good. Now I know in House of Spears in the big game is going to play. I know Malik is going to play. Them defensive ends better be playing. Right?
Yep.
Because, when we go to the second level, I know Levante going to do his thing. The question mark is, who goes next to Levante? Because he's my run and hit guy. He's my will linebacker. He's my middle linebacker on true nickel and dime defense. But I need a middle linebacker.
Mike. Capital M.
Oh. It's since 99? Oh, then I'll just take my man Carlos Polk then.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, and also I'm throwing Steve Warren in there. Matter of fact, I'm kicking a couple guys out. I'm putting Steve Warren in there when his college year.
All right.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
For sure. So I'm putting Carlos Polk and Levante since we're going 99 on.
Side by side, that might be the scariest linebacker room.
And it's the funniest looking ones because Carlos like 6'4" and Levante's like 6 foot. Levante was small in college. Carlos was like a DN.
So is Levante David the Sam Hoiberg of Nebraska linebackers?
Yeah, it's like rank mass and it's Sam stand next to it. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carlos Polk is a guy that I had as my first honorable mention. DeMario Williams in the mix. Jojo Doman, sneaky underrated, I think, in the linebacker conversation. Further down the list, Nick Henrich and Luke Reimer, they've dealt with injuries and whatnot. What about Barrett Ruud?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Barrett could go. You know what?
So if you're taking Carlos, I'll take Barrett. How about that?
Okay, that's fine.
How about that?
And then I get DeMario is my third because I'm playing Levante and DeMario.
Woo!
On third down.
Goosebumps.
DeMario Williams was cold-blooded, man.
Yeah,
he on the sneak, cold-blooded was a problem. Great dude too.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that.
But your Shanleys and your Bradleys in that mix as well. Philip Dillard could play a little bit.
Yeah, no, he ain't making it.
Yeah, but
Shanley probably maybe. Yeah, Shanley would be on there. Yeah. Not starting, maybe like behind him, but yeah.
I think of names like Sean Fisher,
Yeah.
Michael Rose-Ivy had a run.
Yeah.
Mo Berry was fine for a while, but not
Not
Levante
like that.
David, Demario Williams,
Yeah.
Carlos Polk, Barrett Root level cold.
Yeah, I forgot Barrett. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's crazy. I just saw Barrett at the barbershop. But yeah,
still be forgetting him.
Yeah, those my 4. That's a good unit right there, and they all make plays.
Every single one of them.
Yeah. Now we get.
Does Levante have the most? No, it's hard to say. Well, maybe most iconic play of the Big Ten era for Nebraska.
No,
with the strip.
Oh well, I was gonna say Amir against McNeese State.
Well, Big Ten era, so that would count. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Probably that, and there's a couple. But he
the
has
Hail
one,
Mary, maybe.
He has one of them.
Yeah.
He has the one of the most game changing plays. I mean, they were dead in the water no matter what Bo said.
Yeah.
It was raining that night.
Yeah.
Cold, and they were getting whooped. So yeah, I mean, you're talking about you want a game changer, you want a guy that's going to compete to the end. That's what Levante was. I think Levante also is probably one of the best examples how you really level up in the pros. I think he was good it was great in college or whatever, right? But I think he really went to another level in the pros. Now, granted, he was only here for 2 years, 2 seasons. Heck, he wasn't even starting at the beginning.
Yeah.
Remember, he was swimming in it or whatever. I mean, I don't know how Farley was the same way. He'd come in there and he didn't start the first few games, but every time he got in, he made plays. And finally, we just put him in there. Or McBride put him in there. I mean, Bo was saying he was swimming in, and the dude was getting like 14, 15 tackles a game. I was like,
wait till he understands it.
What he supposedly understands. He knows how to get to the ball carrier. Nobody else is. But so I think, Levante is definitely the guy that, in my opinion, that leveled up going to the pros. That means he, obviously you got to be in the right situation, get the opportunity. But he became an all-time great when he went to the pros.
That he did. All right, defensive backfield.
There's so many. I'm gonna go. Well, number one, I'm going Mike Brown for sure at my safety.
I suppose he did hit that tail end, didn't he?
Oh yeah, because he's after me. Yeah, I know he was there after me. I'm going Mike Brown at one of the safeties. I'm going. You know what I'm doing? I'm going Mike Brown, the Bullock brothers. So Mike can shift down. They can all just rotate whether they want to play nickel. Corner, I'll go Q Craver at one of them. Then I'll go Prince and Fabian. And then you know who I'm going to say another one just as a guy that only played there a year. He was number 16. His last name was he like Pierre St. John or something like that?
Oh, Stanley Jean Baptiste?
Yeah.
He had the interception of which Ohio State quarterback in the end of that comeback?
It wasn't JT Barrett. It's the other one. It's the one that moved the receiver.
Joe Bowserman.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
he was
his prior went out.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
Mm-hmm. Or Miller went out.
Yeah. Miller got hurt.
Yeah, Braxton Miller went out. It was Joe Bowserman.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Stanley John just because I like his name, and he was a true lockdown, straight up corner, and he's great in the red zone. Yeah. The other two guys are a little small and fast, so I'm gonna make sure I got somebody that can play the back shoulder fade.
I think you probably have the best 5/6 you could go with. You could make a pretty darn good second 5 too, because I ended up with Prince, Josh Bullocks. Dare I throw Keo Craver in the nickel position?
I think that'd be great. Yeah.
Mike Brown at safety, and then Fabian Washington on the outside.
Yeah.
But behind them, Alfonso Denard at corner. Across from Prince, that defense.
Yeah.
Probably Cam Taylor-Britt. Eric Haig is that kind of
Eric
rover.
Haig is probably the best nickel that we had.
He's
he's tailor-made for nickel, but he's not the best.
Overall
I'm taking the best players.
I'm thinking Keo Craver can handle it, but if I want a guy that's just cut out
Brown
for that
can play
role,
nickel too.
Watch out.
Yeah.
And then Nate Gary was an All-American.
Yeah, that's true.
Nate Gary was an All-American.
Yeah.
And then
what
from there,
what do you call himself? White Snake or something?
White Mamba. Oh yeah, White Mamba. Oh yeah. And how about this for a name? Larry Asante.
Yeah. We got some. Yeah, Ralph Brown on there too. I mean, there's so many DBs. It's hard. And plus, Bo used to always coach some DBs. You know,
He
like
did.
he always kept a stockpile of DBs that were pretty decent.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I mean that's
Ooh,
pretty.
see, Ralph hit just the very tail end of that. He hit 99. That was his senior year.
That was
So
Ralph.
it counts.
Well, Ralph and Mike
Yeah.
will be the first ones. Ralph, Mike, and Carlos and all those guys.
Yeah.
See, I know what those guys are made of. Same with Steve Warren. I know what those guys are made of.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I know that they would be definitely. Plus, they had won national championship, so I know they'd
Mhm.
definitely be all good.
Okay. Who's coordinating this defense then, Jay?
McBride,
Is he around in 99?
I think so. Yeah.
Again, just clips the tail end. He was there till 99.
I'm going McBride.
This is that's such a bad cutoff. It's been 98. Our lists are completely different.
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
You're playing by the
99.
rules.
Yeah, playing by the rules. Or who else you want me to pick? Carl Pelini or John Papuchis?
No. You mean you have to take Charlie
Okay,
McBride. You can't not take Charlie
Let's list the
McBride.
candidates that we had.
Okay, so
It would be McBride, Craig Bowl. What's the dude that was with Callahan?
Kevin Cosgrove. Don't take him. Don't do it.
Okay, so Kevin Cosgrove. And then was it Carl Pelini?
Bo was there for the bowl game.
Okay.
In a little bit.
And then Carl Pelini.
Then Carl.
Then John Papuchis.
Yep.
Eric Shenander.
Mark Banker, Bob
Diaco.
Mhm.
Eric Shenander.
Mm-hmm. Then you had Coach Bush was the interim after Chin's got let go. Tony White, John Butler, and TBD Rob Orich.
Yeah, I'm going McBride. I'm going McBride first.
I mean, you have to. You can't not. If the cutoff is 2000, who would you go with?
Between those candidates?
Yes.
Do you even count Bo? Because he only coached one game.
Okay, was Carl actually calling the plays, or was Bo calling the plays and Carl was DC in title only?
I don't know that dynamic. I know when John Papuchis was a D coordinator, and I know this for a fact. I saw this with my own two eyes. Okay. All right. Bo called that defense when they were up at Ohio State and we were winning until they start getting worked. Dead serious. I saw it. And once they start getting worked, he was like, here you go.
Your turn.
Yeah, I'm done.
Wear it.
I get Carl's. Look, if you get one, you get the other. So, Carl can be the name, but I'm sure Bo had his influence. But I guess just based on production, I'll take Carl.
Carl was the DC for that 2009 group that still gets a lot of flowers as among the best Nebraska defenses of the 2000s. Notice I didn't say of all time because I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to say of the 2000s, heck of a good defense. Also, of course, ran that 4-2-5. If scheme doesn't matter and you trust the coach or the players to be able to adapt, I might take Tony White. Did some darn good work in 2 years.
Really?
from where Nebraska was. I'm not sure the divide between Bo and Carl, where the work responsibilities fell. If it was actually Carl calling the defense, no doubt about it. And as you started the segment with, you got to take Charlie McBride because he coached in 99. So, duh. But
yeah, I can see
think about where Nebraska was at.
Yeah, I think Tony White did a really good job.
With a bunch of leftover players, essentially.
Yeah, that's where a true coach is. So he'd come in as number 2. He left, so you ain't getting no. That's it. You ain't going number 1. You got.
Did he leave though?
I don't know.
Or was he told to leave? The eternal mystery.
Yeah, I think he had another job, other opportunity. They said if he do well down there, he might be the coach in waiting.
Really?
Florida State.
Do you think they would really do that? That fan base?
I don't know what they did. Who cares? They're worse off than us.
I just can't imagine, for as unpopular as Mike Norvell is, for them to promote someone from his staff to be the next head coach.
If he galvanizes them, it will be. Because if the defense plays well, he's going to get a head coaching job somewhere.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying Tony White doesn't deserve to be a head coach.
Right, so then they would hire him because they don't want nobody else to get him because they have nothing else when they fire Mike Norvell. But Tony White comes in as a third on my defensive coordinator list.
I know you're a Miami guy, but you really don't think Florida State wouldn't or couldn't go get someone?
Yeah, they could. You got to get a head coach first.
Would they be a stealth Willie Fritz player?
If Norvell gets fired and Colorado wins 6 games,
prime time, baby.
Prime, I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. Prime going to be there. He going to be there. Best believe it. He will be there. And we're going to hit it all again, too. What's up, baby? This is Prime. Yeah. So, that's my coordinators.
All right. 0159 says, guys, I have to put my foot down on this one. I think Kenny Bell with the hit on the Wisconsin guy is the most iconic Big Ten moment.
Not really. You're getting your head beat in.
Yeah, lost 70-31.
Yeah. To a Wisconsin team, you had no business losing that bad.
A 6-6 Wisconsin team, you needed to come back to beat in the regular season.
Yeah.
Beat you 70-31.
On national TV. I don't care.
And your one Big Ten title game appearance to this day.
I don't care how many big hits you got. There was a guy that wasn't looking. That ain't it. That's not it.
No.
He did put him to sleep, though.
He did.
He did put him to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like it hurt, though. Because he wasn't ready. He was hauling, you know what?
Trying to catch up.
Yeah, he got hit. He got hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
Oh, Gingerbread Man said it was a penalty. So it don't count. It's nullified.
Correct.
It's like a goal in the World Cup that was offside.
Every time you score, tweet, straddle the rectangle.
Are we missing any players defensively?
I think we hit my list pretty well, which obviously is not saying everything necessarily. I was really worried when it got to defensive ends. I had to really think about that one. Because I'm not putting Jack Gangwish and Ross Dezuris on my list. I'm not doing that. Cameron Meredith, I'm sorry, you were fun for a minute, but you're not going on my list.
Oh, you know who could be on my team?
Who's on your team?
As a DN, be in my rotation, Eric Martin.
There we go.
Yeah. Mr. Heads to Bed.
Speaking of.
Yeah, Eric Martin. And he's going to be my wedge buster.
Oh, man.
Remember when he knocked out them 2 dudes from Michigan State?
Did it against Oklahoma State, too, didn't he?
Yeah, Eric Martin. And he had 10 sacks, I think.
I'm looking this up because, yes, I was thinking he had a pretty darn good year. Let's see. He was first team All Big Ten, in fact, according to Media and Big Ten Network. Second team All Big Ten from the coaches. And Phil Steele led Nebraska in sacks and tackles for loss. 8.5 sacks and 18 tackles for loss.
Yeah. Sorry, Eric Martin, I overlooked you, but I found you, though.
Trying to see some highlights here. Yeah, no, that's so. Oh, the Iowa tidbit wreaked havoc in the Iowa backfield all day. Finished the game with 7 tackles, including Nebraska's only sack, and 3 tackles for loss for 10 yards. Also caused a fumble in his 4th quarter sack with a pair of quarterback hurries.
Yeah,
Eric Martin is that dude.
Yep.
Gosh, people forget. It was Charlie McBride coordinating.
With what?
That defense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That'd be a heck of a defense.
But good enough to win a title. That's the question.
With McBride, it would have been. They would have won.
Okay, so let's run down this list one more time.
All right.
Give me your guys.
House of Spears, Malik Collins, Randy Gregory, Adam Carricker.
Okay, there's your front 4.
Carlos Polk and Levante.
Okay.
Mike Brown, Bullock Brothers,
Keogh
Craver, and Prince.
What about Fabian?
And Fabian.
Okay.
That's my starters.
Do we bench a Bullock brother? Or who do we bench in the defensive backfield?
It'd be Fabian.
You're benching Fabian?
2 corners. We're rotating nickels. We're fine back there.
Okay.
Yeah. We got a ball hawk and I think Josh Bullock. We got the ultimate equalizer in Mike Brown.
Mm-hmm.
He pretty much the Nebraska version of Bob Sanders. And then we got the other Bullock brother that they just work on the wavelength. They just got that covered. And then we got lockdown corner over there. Then we got Q, who was a playmaker. Then when we play against the fast teams, we've been Fabian. Then we bring the Frenchman off in the red zone. You ain't getting no back shoulder fade. The man's like 6'3" playing corner.
Mhm.
We locking that down with ball skills.
Like you said, converted receiver.
Yeah.
Drafted second round by the Saints.
Chris Raff said no Ralph. Ralph would be my 4th or 5th corner.
Hmm.
But man, it's hard to leave Ralph out though in college.
3203 is shouting out Trevor Johnson again. I think this is the second time in 2 weeks. I believe so.
Yeah,
Had to get Michigan State
yeah.
game.
Yeah, Trevor. He's local Praga, Northeast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd be on there. You don't want Jack English, the dude that took a picture with that raccoon? You remember that?
I do remember that.
He lucky and get rabies or something.
We were just talking. It's funny you mentioned that. Farley and Kenny were just talking about like kids in the South just carrying raccoons around as pets.
Yeah.
Last week when we were out at tennis. I'm surprised Farley wasn't one of them.
Man. Yeah. So yeah, that's my defense.
In 2577, we'll reset the rules here. Since 99 is what we're doing. So best players that you can build a team with to win a national championship for Nebraska since 1999. Are we ready to give the offensive guys their shine?
Yeah.
Should we do it?
Yeah, we only got 2 minutes. We got to go to break.
Let's do it.
We'll take a quick break, come back, and we'll dive into the offensive players from 99 to present. The biggest question is who's going to play quarterback. Might surprise you who we pick. Jay Foreman, Austin Orman, Old School. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with Jay Foreman and Austin Orman. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Green's Furnace and Plumbing has been servicing the southeast Nebraska area since 1921, specializing in HVAC systems, bathroom remodels, duct cleaning, backflow testing, and so much more. With a network of trained technicians ready to assist you, Green's Furnace and Plumbing is your source for dedicated commercial HVAC services for your business, building, or even your home so it can run without unwanted interruption. Learn more by visiting their website at callgreens.com or give them a call at 402-467-4444 today.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new Delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the premier indoor golf experience in the state. Back Nine Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Whether it's a range session to get accurate club distances, 18 holes with some buddies, or a one-on-one lesson with Back Nine's PGA teaching professional, their top-of-the-line full-swing simulators are there to help you lower your score in perfect conditions. Learn about Back Nine's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake. Back Nine Golf, the premier indoor golf experience.
Is there anything worse than paying for something that's done half-assed? You buy something, you want it to work, especially when it comes to your internet. When you're trying to stream a movie, work from home, or shop online, half-assed internet doesn't get it done. At Allo Fiber, we don't do anything half-assed. We offer 100% real fiber and real human support that serves the community from the community. So while others may say they have fiber, in the end, there's half-fast fiber, and then there's Allo Fiber. Allo Fiber, internet built for you.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, owner of A1 Automotive. At A1 Automotive, we believe every vehicle has a purpose, and every customer does too. That's why we focus on dependable repairs, honest recommendations, and exceptional speed in service. Our goal is simple: to help you travel confidently and safely wherever life takes you. A1 Automotive, driven by purpose, built on trust. You can visit us online, a1autolincoln.com, or visit us at either of our 3 locations, 5110 State Hill Drive, 1117 L Street here in Lincoln, and our newest location, 408 Main Street, Seward, Nebraska.
Planet Fitness has everything you need from warm up to wind down, so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to bring a friend anytime, access any of our 2,800 plus clubs, or reset and recover in the Black Card Spa, we're ready to fuel your momentum and then some. Enjoy all the perks with the Planet Fitness Black Card. Join the club today for $1 down, $24.99 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends June 12th.
See club for details.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Back to Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, we're back. Jay Foreman, Austin Orman, segment 2, our 1999 to present national championship winning team. We did the defense, pretty salty defense. We haven't picked a head coach or offensive coordinator yet.
We have not.
Yeah, so we still got a lot to cover. But we're going to start on offense, and every offense starts at the quarterback position. I'm going to pick, without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, Eric Crouch. You won a Heisman. You better be able to win a national championship. You won a Heisman. In 2001, he won a Heisman.
I don't know if I can go with Eric Crouch. I don't think I can. I don't think it's no doubt.
Well, if we're okay, well then I guess. Well, he's one of my quarterbacks. He'd probably start, but I guess if we're matching up the type of offense that I want to run,
Can Eric Crouch make the type of offense you want to run work?
I think he can. He wasn't asked to do so, so it's kind of,
projecting.
Yep. I'm gonna pick as my quarterback with my offense. It's tough because that's been lacking.
Mm-hmm.
The type of offense I want to run, play action pass, all that, leadership. Man, so let's run down who the quarterbacks were. Eric Crouch.
You got a whole list from Jamal Lord.
Sneaky. Jamal Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Taylor.
Zach Lee.
Sam
Keller.
Ponytail
Taylor.
dude. What's the ponytail dude? You got the man bun.
Oh, Joe Gans.
We're
getting, yep.
Who's after Joe Gans?
That had flown into Zach Taylor after. No, he was before Joe Gans. It was Joe to Taylor, right? Taylor Martinez / Cody Green / Ron Kellogg.
Then Tommy Armstrong.
Then Tommy. Then Tanner Lee.
Then Tanner Lee for a year.
Adrian. / McCaffrey / Smothers.
Yeah.
Then
Casey Thompson. Then to
Heinrich.
To Jeff Sims.
To Chuba.
Then
back
Dylan.
to Heinrich to
Dylan.
To TJ Lateef. To today.
It's a toss-up between Tommy Armstrong. To run the offense, I'd probably take Zach Taylor. I'd probably take Zach Taylor.
What's What's the template of offense you're running? Obviously, play action, like you said.
Play action,
but
11 personnel, inside, outside zone. Obviously, some good downhill power running game, quarterback that can complete all the passes. Zach Taylor was good. He wasn't like the most talented, but he's very, very effective.
He was.
And he didn't have empty yards.
He did not.
So he was putting up his numbers when the game was like within reach.
Mm-hmm. 62-96. Pretty sure you guys missed Andrew Bunch and Noah Vedral. Sorry.
You have Riker Fife in there too.
You do have Riker Fife in there as well. Duggan Bennett's throwing out Casey Thompson for his guy. A guy that we brought up a couple weeks ago now, 2 weeks ago now, Glenn Watson Jr. for Nebraska basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a Nebraska football version of that, and it's Tommy Armstrong.
Yeah,
Tommy had a little bit more team success than Glenn Watson did in his time at Nebraska. I mean, generally over the whole of the 4 years. Tommy had, nicks and bruises, got banged up a little bit, but I'm a Tommy Armstrong guy. I really am. And I know Crouch is the Heisman winner, and I don't want to be, sacrilegious and not pick the Heisman guy. Lord was cold. Zach Taylor's probably my runner-up and my backup.
Yeah.
But I think Tommy's underrated. Yeah, I'd give the ball away. The completion percentage wasn't exactly pretty. But I think he was a pocket guy that could also run. And I like that, right? Leader, fearless, gamer. How many times did Tommy just put the team on his back and ice a game? I'm a Tommy Armstrong guy. That was an easy one for me.
Yeah.
It really was.
Big Bang Hank says Zach was a stud, got hit a lot. That's where his toughness. Chris Raff says my offense sounds tailor-made for Trey Taylor. It's actually tailor-made for Steve Taylor.
Hey.
But he's not in the pool.
We had a discussion back there with a couple of the producers middle of last week or so, talking about like just best pure throwers of the football. And I heard someone say that no, Steve Taylor wasn't that good at throwing the football.
He was excellent at throwing the football.
Like the man wasn't an MLB draft pick either.
Yeah, he played up in Canada and set records. Yeah, he was a really good. He could throw the football. There's no doubt about it. That's my quarterback.
Okay.
Now the even bigger quarterback's a little lacking, but we're gonna figure it out. So that's why we got to hit a home run on running back. And there's a lot to choose from. There's
my slam dunk number one was Amir.
Okay.
Slam dunk number one.
Over Rex?
Yes, Amir over Rex. Amir didn't have the injury issues.
Mm-hmm.
Rex was a part-time starter as a young guy. Had one phenomenal year and then a year that was kind of marred by the injuries, which is when Amir Abdullah came on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Halu was good as well, but I'm pretty Amir pilled at this point. Which, hey, Kenny Wilhite, if you're still listening, you said you'd get me an Amir Abdullah Colts jersey. I'm still waiting on it.
So Amir over Emmett?
Yes, in a heartbeat.
Amir over Divine Exigbo?
Let me do the. Yes.
All right, I'll roll with Amir.
Amir over Darren Diedrich. Amir over all of them.
Well, who's the running back in '99? Oh, hold on now. Amir over. I'm gonna tell you. I'm taking Corell Buckhalter.
That's my number two.
I'm taking Corell Buckhalter as my number one starter.
Okay.
Then I'm taking Amir, and then I might even have Thunder Dan in there.
Dan Alexander.
Oh yeah,
right.
Thunder Dan. Oh yeah, that's a problem right there. 260 pounds, human Hulk Hogan coming.
I like it.
Oh yeah,
I like it. I do. You need difference in body type too. If Amir's my number one, I probably need a little bigger.
Yeah,
but
I got Buck my starter.
Yeah,
because he can do it all. Amir's the changeup back, and he can do it all. And then I got the bone crusher and Daniel Alexander. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. You can have all the other stuff. That's what I got.
I don't know if I need anything besides Amir and Corell though.
That's fine.
They'll make it work in short yardage. Plus, I have the threat of the quarterback run with Tommy, my starting quarterback. So
we ain't even gonna fake it because Zach was good enough to get you. He's the type of quarterback that I want to run. He'll get me 6 yards when I need 4. He'll get me 8 when I need 7. He gonna gut punch you because I'm just gonna let you know I'm bringing that 3-headed monster up there. Well, you can't game plan against that.
You cannot.
Yeah.
Big Bang Hank says you can't separate Dan Alexander from Dane Todd.
I know Thunder Dan had big old arms, but he had small hands. All them arm curls. But he was all right though. Let's go tight end.
Okay. There's been a lot of good ones. A lot of decent ones.
The tight end in Nebraska since then?
Yeah.
Who?
Matt Harrion, pretty dang good. I'm a Mike McNeil guy in a lot of ways.
Is he the one that got hurt?
Harrion got hurt. Yeah. McNeil was good. I still think Ethan Carter cost millions of dollars by his quarterback and an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I liked Kyler Reed as proto Kyle Pitts for Nebraska back in the day in a lot of ways. And then you go through that whole run of Allen. Stoll, Vokalek, Fedoni, et cetera, et cetera.
Who are you picking?
The injury did scare me away from Harrion. Otherwise, I'd probably go with him.
I'm taking Harrion, and then I'm taking. Ooh, it's tough. I'm gonna take Austin Allen.
It's the era I grew up in a lot of ways, but I mean that Ethan Carter, Kyler Reed.
Yeah, that was a
combo. Carter could play inline and split out a little bit. Reed was obviously much better split out, but I mean,
see Big Bang Hank.
I don't know what he say. I mean, if you want to do it, Big Bang Hank, you can do it. I'm not going there.
Yeah, so I like. Oh, I got better tight ends you get credit for. I'm gonna say Austin Allen. I would actually throw to him in the red zone. I think Herring would be one of the best all time if he didn't get hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mike McNeil was cold blooded too.
People forget.
He was cold blooded. I'd probably take Mike McNeil as my third tight end. That's my room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Now wide receiver.
Yeah, you're up first.
I mean, you got from Westerkamp, who was just pure production. You also got Kenny Bell, who I think is the all-time leading receiver.
Mm-hmm. At least in catches, if not yards.
But I'm going to take the dude that was a straight dog, Stanley Morgan.
Mm-hmm. Undersized number one.
I'm taking
boy,
him.
you make it work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to take Maurice Purify.
Okay.
I like him.
Big body threat, red zone.
And then I'm going to take homeboy, the white dude from Minnesota.
The white dude from Minnesota. Could you narrow it down any more for me,
He
please?
came here, he was a receiver. Peterson?
Todd Peterson?
He's from Minnesota, or is it Swift?
Nate Swift.
From Minnesota, right?
Was he from Minnesota?
Yeah, he's in like a country town way down south Minnesota.
Hutchinson, Minnesota?
Yeah, the middle of nowhere. But he could catch, though, and he was cold-blooded. I'm taking him. There's a hometown discount. And then Kenny Bell. And then also I'm going to take Spielman. I'm going to take Spielman, too, before Frost got a hold of him.
Got his hands on him? Yeah. Yeah, I have Mo Purify and Stanley Morgan Jr. outside. I'm throwing Westerkamp in the slot.
Mm-hmm.
I just get such big, like, Wes Welker vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he has the behind-the-back catch and everything, the Hail Mary, kind of flair for the dramatic. And, of course, this works in my favor because don't know if you heard this enough when they played together, but did you know Tommy Armstrong and Jordan Westerkamp were roommates? So
they got the connection.
Need a little homeboy hookup there. And then, I mean, Kenny Bell statistically is there. Nate Swift is one of the first Huskers that I remember. JD Spielman is certainly on that list as well. Wandale would have been.
That's the biggest
what if. McCaffrey could have been had Nebraska made the switch. The other thing that stood out to me when you look up and down this list, Jay, how many of these guys that we named, there's a single transfer into Nebraska?
Yeah.
For all the attention they pay to that position in the transfer portal. Has a single one of those guys cracked the list? No. Omar Manning had a chance to be there. Dane Key had a chance to be there. Jamal Banks, Isaiah Nair had a chance to be there.
Yeah.
And they're not.
Yeah, that's a position that since we, obviously when I was playing, we really wasn't, kind of highly regarded as far as production wise. You were really, really productive in the run blocking area. It's something that Nebraska's got to, obviously get a hold of and evaluate better.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got about 3 minutes of offensive line. I'm telling you, I got Dominic Raiola as my center.
Mm-hmm.
I got my man Russ Holstein as one of my guards, and Tony Fanuti at my other one. I don't need anybody else. And then I'm gonna
have me a tackle.
I'm gonna have Carl Nix at one of the tackles.
Oh, Carl Nix.
Yeah.
There's an I forgot
Big
that
Daddy,
name. Yeah,
Big Daddy Carl Nix.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take man, I see him all the time, man. What's this big dude's name, man? He played for the Dolphins. I should see it. I should know it. Koale.
Oh, Brent Qualley?
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Like it.
Two Giants. That's my offensive line.
Yeah, okay.
My rotational guy is Searles, rotating at all those positions, and then inside guy, which he is, I think Dominic is my starter, but obviously Cam Jurgens as well.
Okay, yeah, I like where you went with that. I have Finotti, Raiola, and Hochstein on the inside as well. You talked me into Carl Nix. I'm going to put him there. How about Spencer Long?
Yeah. He played a little tackle, but he was a really good guard too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Also, Leiden Murtha is a name I'm sure we'll get on the text line. The other one, guy who had his NFL career end not that long ago, but was sneaky underrated at Nebraska. How about Matt Slauson?
Oh, yeah.
If not for Finotti and Hochstein.
Slauson's got to be on my team too.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Slauson.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was cold-blooded too.
He was.
He gives you position flexibility.
Someone's trying to say Will Shields. Well, that is before.
Yeah.
So that is outside of the time.
This golf Jake says Searles hates runs it, so he's off the team. Oh. And then since he did play at Nebraska for a little cup of tea, I'll take Richie Incognito.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take him.
A little nasty on the interior there.
I'll take Richie Incognito.
All right.
Yeah.
Where was it? Mr. Cub, back to wide receiver really quick. Trey Palmer got to be in there. Kenny Bell was a better version of Trey Palmer. More consistent version of Trey Palmer.
Yeah. Trey had that good. He ain't getting on there.
Ref, is J.D. Spielman a Nebraska Football Hall of Famer? How low do you want the standards to be, Raffy?
He's talking about because he was at my high school and broke some of my records. Which I still ain't forget my high school coach giving him all them unnecessary carries. I mean, you should look at the stats here. He got 30 carries. I could barely get 10 or 12 carries.
You were done after 10 snaps, right?
Yeah, but man, feed a brother, man. Let a brother eat.
J.D. Spielman at Nebraska, for what it's worth, 170 catches, 2,500 yards, and 15 touchdowns. 21 rushes for 128 yards as well. And then also did some returning at Nebraska, 36 kick returns for 835 yards and a touchdown. 20 punt returns, 216 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So,
all right, disc golf, Jake. We'll get Big Daddy Searles on here. He's an agent now.
Yes,
double agent, crossing company lines, but that's all right though. Anyways, we want to take a quick break. Come back. We're going to pick our offensive coordinator, which is probably the hardest thing, and the head coach,
and specialists,
and the specialists.
Throw 'em a bone.
Yeah. Jay Foreman, Austin Norman, Old School. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Planet Fitness has everything you need from warm up to wind down, so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to bring a friend anytime, access any of our 2,800 plus clubs, or reset and recover in the Black Card Spa, we're ready to fuel your momentum and then some. Enjoy all the perks with the Planet Fitness Black Card. Join the club today for $1 down, $24.99 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends June 12th.
See club for details.
Is there anything worse than paying for something that's done half-assed? You buy something, you want it to work, especially when it comes to your internet. When you're trying to stream a movie, work from home, or shop online, half-assed internet doesn't get it done. At Allo Fiber, we don't do anything half-assed. We offer 100% real fiber and real human support that serves the community from the community. So while others may say they have fiber, in the end, there's half-fast fiber, and then there's Allo Fiber. Allo Fiber, internet built for you.
Remember your first Salt Dogs game? Maybe it was a class trip out on the berm, or date night with actual fireworks, or team building that didn't feel like work at all. For 25 seasons, Haymarket Park remains Lincoln's place for firsts like these, the kind that last. Because it's more than a baseball game. It's the joy of being here together. These are the traditions that bring us home. So here's to you, Lincoln. Your local tradition plays on. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, owner of A1 Automotive. At A1 Automotive, we believe every vehicle has a purpose, and every customer does too. That's why we focus on dependable repairs, honest recommendations, and exceptional speed in service. Our goal is simple, to help you travel confidently and safely wherever life takes you. A1 Automotive, driven by purpose, built on trust. You can visit us online, a1autolincoln.com, or visit us at either of our 3 locations, 5110 State Hill Drive, 1117 L Street here in Lincoln, and our newest location, 408 Main Street, Seward, Nebraska.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get 1 half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Greens Furnace and Plumbing has been servicing the southeast Nebraska area since 1921, specializing in HVAC systems, bathroom remodels, duct cleaning, backflow testing, and so much more. With a network of trained technicians ready to assist you, Greens Furnace and Plumbing is your source for dedicated commercial HVAC services for your business, building, or even your home so it can run without unwanted interruption. Learn more by visiting their website at callgreens.com or give them a call at 402-467-4444 today.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
Old Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the premier indoor golf experience in the state. Back Nine Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Whether it's a range session to get accurate club distances, 18 holes with some buddies, or a one-on-one lesson with Back Nine's PGA teaching professional, their top-of-the-line full-swing simulators are there to help you lower your score in perfect conditions. Learn about Back Nine's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake. Back Nine Golf, the premier indoor golf experience.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Back to Old School with Foreman and Orman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, we're back. Jay Foreman, Austin Orman, wrapping up on this Monday with two, maybe, we got to pick the specialist, offensive coordinator, head coach. Kicker and punter. I'm going to go Henry as the kicker and then Brett as the punter.
Okay. I got to throw a bone to Seward's finest, Sam Cook, longtime Ravens punter.
Well, then I would probably pick Sam.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Maher was good. Fultz was good. Kyle Larson, obviously pretty good. But I got I've never met Sam, but I got ties to Sam. So got to go Sam Cook.
Yeah.
Is there anyone other than DeJuan Gross and DeMarne Pearsonell as returners?
DeJuan Gross, no, either one. They'll just flip a coin who wants to go take it to the crib.
Yeah.
DeJuan Gross was a great returner. Keo Craver was a great returner, but DPE is amazing as well.
Yeah. Also a good receiver before he got hurt as well. So I had to find a way to throw him on that list.
And Purdue field.
Hey, to all you NFL players, that's grass out there.
Yeah.
So be careful what you wish for. But sorry. All right. OC and head coach. I have the list of OCs if you would like.
Yeah, let me get it.
All right. This will go all the way back. Well, there's a big gap there from 97 to 2006. But who would have been with Frank on the offensive side? Frank was calling the plays? Okay.
Turner.
Okay. Well, I get at least the AI list has Sean Watson from 2006 to 2010, Tim Beck, Danny Langsdorf, Troy Walters, Mario Verduzco, Mark Whipple, Marcus Satterfield, Dana Holgerson.
Say it again.
Sean Watson, Tim Beck, Danny Langsdorf, Troy Walters, Mario Verduzco, Mark Whipple. I suppose Matt Lubick's in there as well. Marcus Satterfield, Dana Holgerson.
I guess I'll go Tim Beck because he with Taylor.
Yeah. And early Tommy.
Well, hold on. Who was Bill Callahan's? I'm taking his.
It was Sean Watson at the end.
Then I'll do Sean Watson.
06,
I'll do
07.
Sean Watson / Bill Callahan as my offensive coordinator because Bill Callahan and Sean Watson were calling the plays.
So here's my thing with Sean Watson is that, that 2007 offense, put up some numbers. He was also the coordinator in 09.
I know.
When all that team needed was an offense.
Yeah. I'm still going to go with Bill Callahan.
Okay.
He put up numbers.
He did. I'm taking Tim Beck as my OC.
All right.
Again, that a lot of that, those the quarterback coordinator my quarterback.
And he knows Tommy.
Mm-hmm. Head coach, Jay, since 99.
Yeah. Frank. Championship pedigree. No doubt about it.
I probably should. I probably should take Frank, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Part of me that wants to take Bo.
Then take Bo.
But I shouldn't. Well, like you said, Frank at least made it and played for a national title. But Bo never went 7-7.
Mm-hmm. But Bo
give me Bo with a Dabo breakthrough.
Bo got blown.
It's happening with this team.
He got blown out by a 6-6 Wisconsin team. Annihilated.
What happened against Colorado in 2001, Frank?
We're looking to the national championship.
I'm just saying.
I'm going Frank. You ain't changing my mind.
Again, you're right. I probably should end up taking Frank,
Bo's not a bad choice, though.
But it's kind of crazy that we only have 2 choices for that.
Well, because after that, I guess you can't pick Matt Rule because he's still coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the only one is Nice Mike, Frost, and Callahan. Yeah, so it comes down to Bo and Frank.
Yeah.
Anyways, appreciate you guys listening. Great segment last hour. We'll continue this. Maybe we'll.
Sorry, 2563. Barney Cotton or Jay Norvell? Other OCs. And Barney was an interim head coach for a bowl game.
Yeah, I know. I'll go Jay Norvell because he recruited me out of high school. It's suspect because he was trying to have his players hurt some Colorado players. But I'll take Jay Norvell.
All right. I'm still staying with Tim Beck.
Yeah, I'm still staying with Bill Callahan.
All right.
Yeah. Anyways, Jay Foreman, Austin Norman. Appreciate you listening. Tune in again tomorrow and the rest of the week. We're going to have some more lists. Keep you guys in the football mood. Old school. We'll holler at you tomorrow.